Fox News' Charlie Langton joining us live with the latest on this story. Charlie.
I'll tell you what, Taryn, this is such a bizarre story and still so many questions to be answered. But let me tell you where I'm at right now. I'm on Detroit's east side, 7 Mile and Mount Elliott area in an alley. And this, as you can see here, is a charcoal remains of what was a GMC Yukon. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But this story started in southwest Detroit, about 15 miles from here, where a man, according to Detroit police, was taken against his will, tied up, and then driven about 15 miles to here, to the east side of Detroit, where then his Yukon was set on fire. Yukon was set on fire, and then a neighbor, it looks like, pulled this guy out of the Yukon. What we know so far is the man was in his 60s. Some of the residents over here say that he was tied up, hog-tied by his hands and feet together, yet he managed to get out. He's at a hospital, and he is in stable condition. Now, we talked to some of the residents around here, some of the neighbors, who says that, yeah, this is a little tricky area, but it should never have happened.
Sergeant Hagrid kicked the door, draft in his hand, said, "You're a G.I. Harry, do you understand? No one's in his kit, just an M16, with orders to find Voldemort deep in the green. Ron's waiting in the gunboat, staring at the shore, thinking of Hogwarts he'll see no more. Hermione in costume singing through the noise, a fever dream flown in to calm the boys. No magic in the jungle, just shadows and smoke. The heat's a curse, the gunshots choke. Out here in Nam, where men lose their minds, Harry's hunting a ghost through the vines. Dumbledore with the sun in his hair loves the smell of napalm in the morning air. He turns to Longbottom, voice worn and dry. Take the broomstick, Charlie, don't fly. Snape watching Harry as the tree lines burn, saying hope is a habit you will soon unlearn. Back on the river with nowhere to run,
Charlie, don't fly.
Harry and the darkness becoming one. No magic in the jungle, just shadows and smoke. The heat's a curse, the gunshots choke.
Hey, rebels.
Out here in Nam, where men lose their minds, Harry's hunting a ghost through the vines.
Hey, that chain.
The boat drifts past outposts rotting in rain. Nothing ahead but the echo of pain. The whispers say Colonel Voldemort's gone insane. Deep in Cambodia, he carved his domain. Scared Potter Malfoy's asking half dead as bullets stitch the air overhead. The jungle takes what made you care. Harry's got 1,000-yard stare. They say no war ever really ends. It just waits for the next young men. Harry found Voldemort, didn't say a word. 2 soldiers stared till the shots were heard. No magic in the jungle, just shadows and smoke. The heat's a curse, the gunshots choke. Out here in Nam, where men lose their minds, Harry's hunting a ghost through the vines. No sorting hat for the lost and damned, just the river swallowing all it can. Harry vanished in the endless black into the heart of darkness with no way back.
How you doing? Man up, you little wimp. You've been shaking Biden's hand for too long.
I'm back.
This is what a real man's handshake feels like. Take
Everybody's
that,
Canadian.
cheater! Zuelsta! You got knocked the fuck out! Are you going to send the money now? No! Are you going to send the money now? No! What about now? No more money! I don't understand. Joe sent me money all the time. I'm not Joe. I'm Trump. Are you sending me money? I think I can help you out. Oh, thank you, sir. You have no idea how much I appreciate this. Forget about it. So how much are you going to give me? Well, I was going to give you one, but I'm feeling generous, so I guess I could give you two. Oh, thank you, sir. When can I have it? Right now. Oh, my prayers, they have been answered. Here, take 2 of these and don't call me in the morning. Oh, Trump, you are so hot. You got old Nancy girl so moist right now.
President Macron, are you okay?
He's fine. I just
He
grabbed
just
him by
lost
the-
his job, you know that?
Well, why do you have pictures of Michelle
Oh, yeah,
Obama
their
on your
whole
phone?
co-
The hacker must have stole my
government
phone. Did you
collapsed.
like my protein shake last night, Mr. President? I added extra whipped cream. Oh my gosh, I'm sitting next to Trump. Is somebody going to send me some money or
on him in the shower.
Galgon, take me away. Somebody needs to send me a
Can you
check
shout,
here.
bitch? I saw him burn.
Hey, Jill, where's Joe at?
Oh my gosh, Trump knows my name.
I've got nothing left. Please.
Nightmare.
Just please let me borrow a few billion. Are you deaf or just fucking stupid? What about just 1 billion then? No, you get nothing. Nada. Zilch. But I got bills. My penthouse in Dubai and the heated floors are going to pay for themselves. I heard Walmart's out. That corn dog you sent me was impressively long. Can't wait to try your chili dog next. This is a misunderstanding, a diplomatic exchange. Michelle and Z were discussing American cuisine. You think I'm an idiot? No. I don't
Beat
think
him
you're
up
an
over
idiot,
Michelle
Brad.
Obama?
Bridget! Sorry, honey. Bridget. What about this one, Emmanuel? Your gooey duck was so plump and juicy I could barely fit it in my mouth. It was the night after election. We said goodbye to the worst. No more checks to Ukraine, because America came first. So where's my money at? There is no more money. Well, have you sent me my check? I'm not sending you any money. But if you don't send me my money, how would I get my money? You don't get no more money. I get more money? Are you even listening to the story? Yes, Ukraine no, first. America first. Yes, Ukraine
That's it.
first.
I'm putting you to bed. Mr. Trump, will you totally be my dad?
You can use a real father, and I can use a real
You
man.
want to take a shower?
Oh, you want to come back to my hotel room? Yeah, make it stop.
And we can all take a shower together.
Where is your husband at? This African laundromat is...
Here's Java.
My name is Jimmy Brown.
He's
The
only
name of
19.
this song is I'm Not Pretty Enough to Be on Tinder. I'm physically unattractive. My adrenal glands are hyperactive. I abuse alcohol and I'm unstable.
Yeah, Jack
But
Strutter.
I still long to be cradles. I feel like absolute shit. And I look like it. I'm not pretty enough to be on Tinder. I look damaged in every picture. I'm not pretty enough to be on Tinder.
This is a
And it's
banger.
going to be a cold winter.
Yeah, Jay Obama, we'll let him go. This is Jabba, though, Alphonse. He'll come around once in a while. It's Jack's brother. He's only 19. He can really turn it around if he really
I'm
wanted to.
fat and have no money. I'm ill and my nose is runny.
Unless he died.
I wish I was happy with
He was
me.
just in fucking Chicago. I should have went and seen
I'll
him.
never be.
I didn't hear about it until after.
I'm not good enough for dating apps.
I bet you that would have been a hell of a
That's
show.
facts. I'm not pretty enough to be on Tinder. I look damaged in every picture. I'm not pretty enough to be on Tinder. And it's going to be a cold winter. I'm not pretty enough for Tinder. I'm not pretty enough for Tinder. I'm not pretty enough for Tinder. And it's going to be a cold winter.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a coast to red? A smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts?
Fucking Roger Waters probably wants to kill himself over this.
Yeah. Wish we were here from Pink Floyd.
Anti-Semitic, right? He just attacked Ozzy Osbourne after he died. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, he's a fucking retard. Oh, great. I just fucking... Great. Yeah, merely a flesh wound, I'll live.
I wish you were real. We just two souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground, on every farm, the same old fields. Wish you were real.
That was bad as fuck, wasn't it?
It was.
This shit. Fuck. Hey, everybody. I had planned tonight that I was going to do the Chick on the Train. And then right in the middle of setting it all up, Charlie Kirk got shot.
He's dead.
So I'm going to cover that too. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he got
I saw
shot.
that too.
He didn't get shot in the neck. What? Go ahead.
He got shot in the right side of his neck, and he died.
No, I don't think so, man. I got an alternate angle. We'll show later on in Rumble only because YouTube will lose their fucking minds. His head flops over, and all that blood comes out of his mouth, and then it looks like the bullet might have came out of his neck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They shot him in the fucking chest and blew up his fucking heart, and then I think the bullet came out of his neck. Because you know an M16 can come out of your fucking foot, right?
Yeah.
So all these people are saying, oh, he got shot in the neck. They've seen pieces of his neck fly. If they've seen a piece of his neck fly, it was an exit wound, right or wrong?
Most likely.
See, there you go. And the blood came out of his mouth from the angle that I see. It just blew my fucking mind, man. Here, I want to be 100% truthful. Me and Charlie butted heads in the beginning when he first came on the scene. Because he fucking said that we were just a placeholder for Israel. And all our success was just for them, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's changed a lot of his shit. He's been on a redemption arc. And then Right when they shot him, he was bitching about the fucking lesbians. You know that, right? And the fucking trannies.
Hmm.
And I bet
I've watched all his stuff, man. I followed Charlie. I followed him.
Same here, Moss.
Yeah, I know.
I've watched a lot of his stuff, and he was a good dude. His head was in the right place. His heart was in the right place.
Hmm.
And it's a shame that he got killed for using the First Amendment. And the most fucked up part I think about it is he was trying to make a safe place for two different political views or whatever you want to call it to come.
I
in
didn't
one
like because
spot,
in the beginning
and
he
to
hung
come into
out with.
one spot and be able to discuss it in a safe place. And the libtards just fucking ruined that. That's all he was trying to do.
Yeah, well, in the beginning though, he was saying, you know,
have
hey, gays should be able to
structured
get married, they
conversations
should be able to
between
have
people that have
babies,
different views.
and trannies were okay.
sad.
In the beginning, he was all for all that shit. I don't know if you know that. He said that our tent was big enough for everybody. I mean, he was a lot more leftist in the beginning.
Yeah, but he changed.
Yeah, thank God. I told him, don't be a
He found
fuckhead.
God.
Oh, he's in heaven, man. He's got to be. He wasn't an asshole. He wasn't
Everything
like
he
Crowder.
talked about, he related to the Bible. He referred back to the Bible and stuff.
You know what his last tweet was?
No.
We got to politicize it. Poor girl on the fucking train because the media is trying to hide it. And
Yeah.
this whole story is sorted from the judge that let him go 14 times. She owned a mental health facility that they were referring him to rather than put him in jail. So I wonder how many other violent criminals she let out of fucking jail and referred to her mental health agency that she was collecting money from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Did you hear about Michigan?
What about Michigan?
They discovered that they stole.
Oh yeah,
$5
I talked about this
billion.
the other night when you weren't here. $5 billion they stole from
They
us.
had,
And they're paying
they had fake
themselves.
employees. They had fake
Yeah, fake employees.
on the
They're paying
payroll.
themselves.
Yep.
Why aren't anybody getting
$5
arrested?
billion worth of paying themselves.
Yeah, why isn't that money given back to us, the taxpayers? That's $5 billion that
needs
they
to be.
stole from us.
No wonder the
They could have
roads ain't
fixed
good.
the
No wonder
roads.
they could have fixed all sorts of shit.
Yeah, well, fuck these motherfuckers. We're done. They don't realize that we're fucking done. And this shit now is wood chipper times. Fuck this. It's past torches and all this other shit. These people are fucking out
You
of
heard about
control.
A few weeks
Our
back,
servants need to be fucking put in their place.
a few weeks back, did you hear about the church in Taylor, Michigan that got raided?
Oh, it was full of illegals?
No, it was a church in Taylor, Michigan that over a course of period of time received from different people up to a total of $50 million in donations to the church. And then all of a sudden, everybody associated with the church, the pastor and like not the congregation, but the people that run the church, all of a sudden had brand new houses, all these high-end cars, all this stuff. They went and found out that they.
Oh yeah,
embezzled
that's
that
right.
$50
That's
million. It was in Taylor.
That
It was in
my
Taylor,
mom
Michigan.
used to watch him.
It was
and
in
we
Taylor,
did
Michigan,
work
and they
right by his
just
church.
got raided a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
because
they were
embezzled $50 million worth.
They were moving humans too around. You know that, right?
Human trafficking.
Yeah, we don't
That I
we
didn't
don't
know.
word on here, Graham.
Uh-uh.
I didn't know.
I bet.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, a fuckload of them. But that shit blew my mind when I heard that. So the Charlotte thing's a mess. This guy used to be Folk Nation, and I'm gonna let you in on some ghetto shit right now. Folk Nation, disciple gangsters and all them, they all come out of the same tree, basically, like branches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, gangster disciple folk.
Yeah, you know all that. So where I lived in Detroit, Folk Nation was
Crips and Bloods come from the same tree.
no Bloods don't. They had some kind
Not
of
from that
breakup.
tree, but
So
farther down.
So we
Yeah.
got Folk Nation on one corner, I'm in the middle, and on the other end are Bloods that I grew up with. And both sides respected me. We all wore black, people that hung around at my house. Maybe that's why, because that's a Folk Nation color. And the Bloods love black too, black and red. So I just grew up with the guys that were in the Blood, so they never fucked with me. And they always called my mom Grandma. Isn't that hilarious? An auntie.
Mhm.
But nobody would fucking, you couldn't come down my street unless one of those gangs would pull you over and check you out. If you said you were going to my house, they'd go, okay. And if they knew you come to my house a lot, they wouldn't even fuck with you. But they'd like bump
5
in
up, 4
cars.
down.
Huh?
I said 5 up, 4 down.
Oh, it was crazy as fuck. Forks up, man. But I never was in a gang, but they were all around me. I've always thought gangs, like, I'd come to me and go, hey, you want to gang up? And I go, bitch, I'm in the largest gang in the world. I'm in the Marine Corps, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I was affiliated around the Bloods and stuff, but that's why I joined the military.
I never was into the gang thing. I don't know. We had kind of like
I wasn't
it was
in
more
it. I never
tribal
got
in
beat.
Detroit.
You know what I'm saying? Like I never got beat in or anything like that, but I was affiliated.
I've been beat.
If you
believe
know what
me.
I mean, like I ran around with a lot of them and stuff. I knew a lot of the inside stuff and stuff. But
Well, I
never
ran
got
into this one
beat
clique,
in.
and I was fighting with brother-in-law, and I beat the fuck out of him, and they jumped on me, and they all started hitting me with Mountain Dew bottles and mason jars. And later on, I seen them in a bar, and I was with a friend of theirs, and they were talking about it, and I said, hey, that was me. And they go, fuck. And they go, really? And the guy goes, yeah, he's a crazy motherfucker. And they go, well, I guess you got beat into our club. And I was like, fuck you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They wanted me. I
jumped
mean,
in?
they tried to recruit me and shit, but I didn't. No. I was affiliated and shit like that. Knew a little bit more than I probably should, but
My thing on the weekends
I
was
never
going
got
to the
beat
biker
in.
clubs. Fuck
never
though.
got beat in.
And then they got bitched out by the fucking gangs. You know that, right?
Yeah.
They even told the mafia basically to fuck off. I was like, holy shit, these gangs are crazier than fuck. All that shit. All right, let's get on with this girl because this shit is deep as fuck. So this guy, he's folks, and I guess he did 6 years in prison, and from doing them 6 years, it broke him. That's when he became schizoid and beat on his family. You heard about his 14 charges, right?
Hmm.
The guy's been arrested 14 different times.
You see what Jack put?
Uh,
I don't think I ever met an official gang member, a legit gang member. Although there was this old Irish guy once. I think he was in the Irish mafia. You never know. It could have been.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You never know. They don't tell you. They don't go around saying, hey, I'm in the mafia, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. No.
The only idiots that really do that type of shit are the young G's.
Yeah, they get blowed the fuck up early. You know that?
And that's and why are they the ones that get knocked out?
Yeah, you know
knocked
why?
off
Because
the
they
road?
want somebody to be the face. My dad used
They're
to
looking
say,
for
you always
clout.
have a fall
They're
guy.
always looking for clout. The young guys. They're always
Yeah,
looking
they
for
want
clout
those
and
fall
shit.
guys, though. They can take all the heat. You know that?
Oh yeah, and then the ones who are actually running this shit, they're making money
And they're in the
off
shadows.
their blood. Yeah.
How do you think them people
Sick,
get
bro.
old? Think because they're
It's sick.
stupid or lucky.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Fucking shit is crazy, though. So fucking so this guy was in the gang and he did 6 years and then he comes out schizoid and now he's not in the gang anymore because he was homeless. You know how those people are. Love Nation. They don't let anybody live homeless, do they?
No.
So he's on the streets, he's on his own, he does this shit. He should have got mental health. Those people were ripping him off, probably charging the government to help him, and they weren't helping him. And
Normally, worst case scenario, you at least get put up in a trap house or something.
worst case
And
scenario,
it depends on
but
your ranking too. It depends on your ranking in the gang and shit too. Where you're gonna get put up if you lose your home, but you're gonna have somewhere, even if it's a trap house.
yeah, right. You know, you'll sleep on a couch somewhere. Come on, or you'll go to a trap
Mhm.
house and run the dope for them, right or wrong.
Yeah,
Well, this is certainly getting national.
you just work out of
They
it.
take
And
care of
live in
their
it.
own. That's one thing you can say about them. You know that?
They do to a degree.
You got to be a total fuck
Different-
up for them not
But I
to,
will
right
say
or
this:
wrong.
there's different like with the regular gangs and stuff. Depending on what set you're in, they ran a little different. And sometimes you get there's some shitty leaders out there, just like there isn't anything else, and they get treated like shit and stuff.
all right,
Not
that's
all of
what I was
the
getting
sets are
to,
really
too.
good.
You're from Florida gangs. I'm from Detroit areas, and we're more tribal here than there are in other areas. Other areas are
Yeah.
more gang related. We're tribal. We're families. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
cousins and shit. Our shit. Then the gangs were secondary to the families. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why that shit didn't stick so hard around here like it did everywhere else.
Sorry.
But So that guy would have been taken care of. It would have been here. He would have been from here, folk. Those guys would have made sure he had somewhere to stay.
Right.
So then he didn't have nowhere to fucking stay. He went crazy, got left on the streets. That's why I wasn't, when this first dropped 2 weeks ago, nobody's talking about it, I was going to blow it out, but I was so fucking upset by it all. Not because of him. He's just a poor, sick fuck that the system took advantage of. Those judges should be held responsible. You know that?
Did he get fucked up on drugs?
Yeah, he went schizoid. He did 6
What I'm
years in
saying
jail.
is if he was doing hard drugs and shit,
Yeah, they would have kicked him too just for that.
yeah, they might not have wanted that. They would have been like, no, they're not going to bring him in and set him up anywhere.
No, not if he was a
They're gonna
druggie.
say, yeah.
But
if you
then,
get hooked on the product, they ain't going to do that.
so anyway, so he's out on his own. He does this stupid shit. And then the people around here didn't do anything. Did you see that? I got some clips where it shows it because we can't show a lot on YouTube, but I got some clips that we can show. But they just sat there and watched her bleed out. You know that? And one guy was even filming it. And one dude grabbed his bike to make sure it didn't get in the blood, and he got out of there. Do you know that?
Damn.
This shit was cold-hearted what these people did. No penny there to help her. Because you know what people learned? If you go to help somebody, what's going to happen to you?
Something's gonna happen.
And they're trying to say in the news that, oh, these people were scared. Well, there's a blood trail where he left. He was long gone, mumbling to people, I got that white girl. And then Van Jones is on TV screaming, it ain't racial. It ain't racial. Anybody saying it's a warmonger. And he's talking shit about, they all talk shit about Charlie Kirk the day before he got shot. You know that? This shit is crazy what's going on. The last thing he texted on X was, we got to blow this up and make it political because they're going to try to hide this. And this is the norm there. You know that? You know that judge never even was a lawyer or had a lawyer's license or passed the bar? That's the norm for there? North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia, Virginia, and Arizona all have laws where the judges don't have to be lawyers. Do you know that? Tell me how fucked up. How does that make any fucking sense?
That's messed up.
That's retarded to me. I hear that, and you know what I thought? I thought, what the fuck is going on? Who the fuck is in charge? And who the fuck should got thrown in a wood chipper for this, I say. And then that stupid bitch mayor, did you hear what she said?
Which one?
The mayor of fucking Charlotte. She said,
No.
I want to thank my fucking partners in the media. What the fuck is a politician partner up with a media for?
Yeah.
For not showing this video around. Go fuck yourselves. You all are evil fucks. You're all going to hell. Shit is insane. Look all the
she
school
was
you gotta
an
go to
immigrant
just to
from
be a
Ukraine.
lawyer. Look at all the fucking school you got to go to be a prosecutor.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then they got these judges that never even did a fucking day at school. But she's a woke bitch who owns a mental health place where she can steer people to. What a fucked up situation. You know that?
Mhm.
And they're going to hide this shit as long as possible before it finally blows up. Just like everything else they fucking do. Well, here's Trump's thought on that girl.
Well, this is certainly getting national attention. A man accused of stabbing a woman to death on a train.
These
This is in
bitches.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Will now face federal charges that could carry the death
gonna
penalty
die, you
there
know that?
in, North Carolina.
Good.
So let's get to Doug Luzader, because
little
it's
bit,
unusual
just
in a
make
case
it
like this
public.
that there would be
Either way.
federal charges in a local case.
The government don't get it. He's going to
That's
get it in
right.
jail.
I mean,
Get out of debt,
generally,
make it pay-per-view.
murder would fall under,
Yep.
state statutes. In this case, though, it happened on public transportation. So that seems to be kind of the entryway
Let's do the
for
same thing
federal
with the
charges
person
here.
that
We'll see how
killed
that
Charlie
plays
Kirk.
out. But this attack comes as the
Public
Trump administration
execution
has
and make
already
it
been
pay-per-view.
highlighting crime in large cities. And this tragedy has
Oh,
now
he
become
hit
part
every
of this
fucking
ongoing
city.
debate.
And the homeless.
That's an excuse now.
during a
The
rare
reason
dinner out
that
in
there's
Washington
fucking
last
homeless
night,
is because of
driving
Ronald motherfucking Reagan. One of his many fucking tragedies that I know of, that piece of shit retard. You know that? Ronald Reagan decided, oh,
or
fuck
they
it.
could even put the money back into Social Security.
The
They stole a
motherfuckers
bunch
are
of
going
money
to play
of
that out as long as they can, too. You think they're going to admit they
They
stole
milked
from us?
that thing. They milked that thing.
No shit. There was a law where they couldn't touch it, and then they decided to make it part of the general fund.
Yep.
And once that happened, fuck us. It was always short. Fuck these motherfuckers. Every one of them are criminal pieces of fucking dog shit. You don't think so? You're a fucking idiot. There ain't no right. There ain't no left. It's just them against us. Our servants are out of fucking control. They don't know what the fuck's going on anymore, so we got to remind them what time it is. And they just shot Charlie Kirk. They just made the martyr. You know that? And there was more than one person on that roof. Do you know that too?
Wouldn't surprise me.
And you know that old man that they grabbed was screaming, I know my rights.
Most snipers always have a spotter.
And you know that old man who fucking made the disturbance for him to get away? Did you see that shit?
No.
When they were saying it was him and they had him, they hog grabbed him and drug him and people were throwing shit at him and yelling at him. It was a perfect fucking setup, man. I could see it. I come walking through the house after I was trimming some more hedges and I fucking saw in the corner of my eye him getting shot. And I go, oh, fuck, he got shot in the chest. And then after I came in later on, they're going, oh, he got shot in the neck. I go, it didn't look like to me like that. Because the way he jumped looked like he got shot in the chest. And then just a little while ago, I found the second angle, and he's like sitting there, and he slumps over, and all that blood comes out of his mouth. And somebody kept saying, oh, it looks like something flew off his chest. I said, if something flew off his fucking neck, then that was a bullet exiting. Don't throw shit off when it's entering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From his message on crime in the nation's capital.
Yeah, they fucked up by letting this happen.
In the middle of the street. I wouldn't have done this 4 months ago.
And the president also reacting to the shocking murder of 23-year-old Irina Zarutska, a Ukrainian refugee who was brutally stabbed to
Look
death
at all
while
these
riding
people
a train in Charlotte, North Carolina.
That they're hiding. Look at these. They just sat there. He's watching. And on the other side, there's a guy with a bike and two other dudes that are just sitting there watching this whole thing fucking go down. And she sat there by her fucking self and bled out, wondering what the fuck happened. And you know she came from war-torn Ukraine, right?
Yep.
So she came here to escape a war and get killed by a retard.
I mean, why did he do it?
Also jarring, the 13 mugshots of the suspect, DeCarlos Brown.
How the
who was
fuck
walking
is
free
even on the
despite a
street?
lengthy criminal history.
And here's a picture of it. This is the picture of it.
On social media, the president posted a video about the attack.
We have to respond with force and strength. We have to be vicious just like they are.
Charlotte's mayor called it a heartbreaking attack while urging the video not be shown. Zarutska's family issued a statement. No family should have to go through this. This could have been anyone riding the light rail that night. We are committed to making sure this never happens again.
You know, as she sat
The
there,
Justice Department
she
is now
really is
seeking
a
federal
BLM, and
charges
she
against
believed that she
Brown
was safe.
and
You know
questioning
that?
why, based on his record,
She
he
didn't
was
feel
not
threatened. Would
already
you have
behind
sat there?
bars.
Had he been held in
Hell no.
I
custody,
wouldn't have.
she would be alive
Nope.
today.
And President Trump said that as early
If
as
she had any
today,
common
he would
sense,
announce
she'd be
another
alive.
city that will be a
She just
target
fucking
of
sat
stepped-up
there.
federal law enforcement. And back to you.
Oh, that's later today.
I mean, that guy was creepy as fuck looking. I wouldn't have said
We don't.
fuck.
He looked like death.
I don't know how to make this video, and there's a trigger warning. There's
guy says it a lot
very
better than I
graphic
could.
content
I could
and
speak
what
about
you're
this all
about
night
to
long,
watch.
but he's got a
I've
pretty-
tried to desaturate
And he
it
shows
so
the other people on the other
you're going
side
to
that are
see
just standing there
blood,
doing nothing.
but in a way
She's
that
already
I try
dying.
to make it
They're all
as
just
less graphic
standing
as possible.
fucking there.
This is an
And one guy
angle
walks up and starts
of
filming her. Can you
the
believe this
murder
shit?
of Irina
We're
Zarutska,
fucked. You know that?
the Ukrainian girl who
Yeah.
was stabbed on the Charlotte
Nobody's gonna
train
attack
by
me.
this
I feel sorry for all these
animal
sheeple out here. You know
who
that?
was released
Mhm.
13 times back on the street,
Yeah, he
even
looked
if his
surprised,
own mother
Jack.
was complaining
Surprised
that
that they're
he
letting
had
him fucking go.
issues. But this time, we're not only going to talk about the event itself. I want to talk about a
That didn't even
bigger
upset
problem.
me as much. I thought, you know, hey,
in
fuck,
which
he's
there were
broken
all these
human,
people around
he's
her,
fucking crazy. But these people just
and not
standing
one of
around
them
watching this
for
happen,
several
what's their
minutes
fucking excuse? You know
there to
that?
do anything about
Mhm.
this.
This shit
Not even
broke me
react.
almost.
Not even move from where they were standing. And I'm going to show
You
you
don't even
this.
talk about the filming.
And
There's
again, this is
people
something that
actually filming this
has
crazy shit.
shaken me a lot. And that's why I just have finished a live stream that I needed to just vent a lot of things and just talk. And I finally had like the voice to be able to talk about this.
I'm constantly surprised how few people have.
And there's Irina here. We're not going to see much about her. I don't want to show much about her. She is in fetal position. She had already been stabbed.
And the way I end up with a bad day every fucking time. What do you do, Moss?
Murderer
when you go into an unknown area.
What's that?
Every time you go into an unknown area, what the fuck do you do?
Recon it.
Thank you. And what do you plan on if something happens? Which way am I going to go? What am I going to do? Right or fucking wrong?
No, you're right.
And would you have gone and sat by all them jigaboons on that one part of the train? On the front's all Mexicans and whites. Do you know that?
No.
If you go to the right, yeah, they're going to show it. And they all just sat there and watched it. You know, I'm not a racist, but I believe sticking to your own, you're better off. I could give a fuck. She just went there and flopped down, don't even pay attention. And then she acts like she don't even know what the fuck happened to her.
He walks around the train. You can see the spots of blood right there on the floor. I don't want to zoom in that much.
To him. He's gone.
I'm going to go
and she's
little by little.
Nobody's trying to help her to stop
in slow motion.
bleeding.
Noticing that she was already losing consciousness, because that's the thing.
This is fucking unreal to me.
When you see the video, it's so fast that she realizes there's something wrong.
No, they're sitting right there, rebels. They're not sitting far away. There's a guy right behind her, a girl right next to her. They all get up and run away.
So she was
and do fuck.
losing consciousness, and you can see that nobody was around her. Nobody even, I mean, already the people were sitting next to her.
When you're in a public
being direct witnesses to what just happened.
Family says she thought she was safe in North Carolina.
And she begins rolling, and she rolls into the space between this separation and her seat. You can see, yes, this spot that you see here in this color. That's why I modified the colors to not make it as shocking. Yes, that's blood. So she begins to just roll in there, and you see that this is the problem. You see these guys that are literally on the other side of the door, and they literally saw her. They saw what happened. They saw the guy just walking. The guy had already left.
Him killing her, you know that?
Some people are saying, "Oh, they were terrified with this guy with the knife."
Really, he's going to show them where they're watching.
The guy had already left.
What the fuck's going on?
Had walked to the front of the train,
one and all,
dripping blood from his hand. And
stumbling
they
around,
were just there, like white girl sitting, like that is none of my business.
This isn't racial.
Doing nothing. We're not saying, "All right, just try to risk a stab fighting the guy." Just rush to try to help the girl who's obviously
stabbed her.
bleeding. Something's wrong.
This is
bullshit. And then this happens.
And they just sat there and
watched. This is the thing. I'm going to. You already saw this spot.
Right there, you know
I'm going to do something here. I'm going to desaturate this completely, black and white. I just want to say this black and white, because the following thing, what you're about to see is rather graphic. There's a lot of blood in here. So I'm going to play this with that sound. I'm going to play this. You see that they stand up
and turn away.
And they give their back to her.
They turn the fuck away.
And he's right there. There are like 3 or 4 guys in there.
Shit.
Just talking casually, doing nothing. They don't run. They don't go to. They don't even run. Maybe they are cowards and they run away or something. No, they just stand there.
Common sense.
Yeah, but what looks like black ink is not black ink.
Fucking sickening shit.
And they're still there. And there's still people around her.
You know that?
Doing nothing.
There goes the black girl sneaking away.
And could there be a possibility maybe she didn't make a sound that they didn't? No, we have on video. This is the other side. This is the guy. This is the guy who was sitting with his cell phone in his hands. This is the guy with shorts.
And then that guy's got his phone.
He looked on her direction. And this also looked in her direction, and they did
Fuck these
Nothing.
people. They're as fucked up as the killer. If you ask
Look at the
me.
spots of blood on the floor.
Yeah,
the guy with the
Their
knife
heart is
had
fucking
already
hamster.
gone. Was already gone.
And they watched her bleed out.
You can say that he was not a threat anymore. He was not in that part of the
left.
train. I want somebody to explain to me, how can we arrive at a society
We're fucked.
in which people have no reaction
Looks like Prince
watching
Harry.
this happen? I can understand when a struggle with something, the fight or flight response, something like that. There's something. There's a threat. There's a gun. There's
They're
something.
fucking NPCs. That's the only
But
explanation.
there was
you know
no
that?
longer a threat.
Yeah.
Precisely since there was no longer a threat, that's the reason they were just standing there, minding their own business.
Nobody did fuck, Jack.
While
Finally,
this
two
was
guys in a
happening,
chick
and
show
this
up.
is the guy.
She's dying right
this
now.
is the guy
She's
who was
on
sitting
death
here.
You know that, Mossy?
Right here. That's,
They're just sitting there.
this is the guy
I hate these
who was
fucking
sitting here.
people.
This is the same guy who was
Filming that
sitting
motherfucker.
here.
Filming.
And you can
He's
see that
watching
he
every
saw
fucking
her.
thing. Look at his face.
And this
He's
is what
watching.
so in her direction.
Fuck these people. Now show the people
I
behind
want
her.
to
You ain't
ask
gonna do
that
that.
question.
You wanna know why, Mossy? Because they're
Why
fucking black. That's why.
Didn't they
That's why he ain't
react?
showing them. What a chicken shit. He's only showing the Mexicans. You know that?
Yeah.
We say that
Chicken
the
shit.
one who did this to Irina is a monster.
Fuck, they're all
For me,
monsters.
is
Get on that
subhuman.
fucking train.
Cannot be considered human. Cannot be trusted for any kind of society.
No.
Has to be removed from society. And I don't mean a life sentence.
Wood chippers for all these fucks.
But what about the people who have absolutely no movement, have no reaction, have no humanity?
These people
And
have
this
no
is not
fucking
one.
souls, you know that?
This is
They can sit there and
several
watch
of
that
them.
happen.
Through several minutes, standing right next to her while
It
she
ain't
is
racism,
bleeding
it's fucking
to
common
death.
sense. You know what the fucking death rate is? That's the name of this fucking show.
There's a guy even
Wake the
grabs
fuck up,
his
people. They're 13% of the
bike,
population. They do
the bicycle.
50% of the fucking violent
Again, I'm
crimes.
just
But nobody's
minding
Look
my
at
own
this guy
business.
with his bike. Trying to make sure it don't get no blood on it. Fuck you and that piece of shit bike.
That's fucked up.
After those 2 minutes,
And then there's that
one
motherfucker
guy
still
finally arrives.
this
Then
collar won't
another,
show that
then one
motherfucker's
lady. I
back
think
there.
there was 2 guys and 1 lady, and try to do something, try to stop the bleeding, try to, like, at least
She's dead, you
treat
dumb
her,
fuck.
be with her, stay with her in some way.
She bled
Of
out.
all the people in that train, just 3 of them arrived to do something, try to do something, find out what was going on.
Fuck. Yeah, frozen in fear and homosexuality.
I want to believe that this tragedy is going to change something.
You know what them cocksuckers, that dollar fucking, what the fuck's his name? That dollar store Obama, that idiot that talks like a retard, Hakeem Jeffrey said. He tried to tie it with fucking September the 6th or January the 6th.
I'm
tried
here,
to
but
say
I'm
that
going to be
it's all
muted.
that. They're going to fucking investigate motherfucking Trump again over all this. Can you believe this shit? When it's them. But they're going to blame it on Trump. Okay. How the fuck does that make any sense?
Doesn't.
Hakeem Jeffries, I think that motherfucker's mom is his fucking aunt. Or
But the problem is that
he's a
you realize it's not
retard.
only
There's that guy
the
filming the
media
better
who
angle.
wants to
See this
bury
shit
this,
with his
who
feet?
wants to disappear this, who doesn't want this to
There's still 3 other dudes behind this
reach
motherfucker.
any sort.
Just that
of,
one chick that was sitting there in the red over to the left.
nobody.
Took off.
They want nobody knowing about this because they have no way of justifying this.
Why do you think they hid it? You're not supposed to see this.
The left-wing media, the Democrats, the libtards, they have no way of justifying this. And they know exactly why this. And when you point out, why is this happening? They call you racist.
Fuck you. That shit don't work anymore. Like calling somebody a Nazi.
It is a fact that this is happening because of race.
You can't handle reality.
And why is this a race thing?
You know that?
Because of race, these monsters are let go more than 10 times. They're arrested more than 10 times and let go again because how you have to be compassionate, because you have to understand them, because you have to do something about that. Oh, this is not something about race. This is something about crime. But the fact is that crime is rigged, favoring a race. So it's a race thing. And you can deny it as much as you want. You can deny reality as much as you want.
This all started with these trannies.
But the thing is that this has to stop in one way or another.
Crazy fucks. Now their reality is reality. Fuck this. This is stupid.
And the only thing that comes to mind is that
the judges have to be held accountable.
Held accountable for this.
Every fucking judge that's involved in this shit needs to be held fucking accountable. You know that?
Yep, they should.
And if they don't, then this is all bullshit. They can take all their little fairy tales and their justice and all their bullshit. And they can go fuck themselves. You know that? Because this is bullshit. Stay out of the fucking cities. Stay away from motherfuckers you don't know. Don't go fucking around because you're going to fucking find out the hard way, aren't you, Mossy? This shit ain't for everybody. Don't be a fucking idiot. And all these bitches I see today, they all want to travel. Where the fuck are you going to travel to? Motherfuckers all want to kill everybody. And then check out what BLM said right after this. This shit fucked me up too.
Okay, the murder of Irina Sarutska has been controversial enough. I made a couple of videos. One that has been making the rounds here on YouTube. I posted how people just let her die without doing anything. But this gets somehow worse by the minute.
Just warming up.
Now we have the official Black Lives Matter account on Instagram has posted a video stating that Black people, quote, have a right to violence, end of quote, amid mass outrage over the slaying of Irina Sarutska at the hands of a Black male in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, with all the misinformation going around, and it's a lot, by the way, I had to check this myself. And in fact, I think that if by the time this video will be posted, you can still go to the BLK Lives Matter on Instagram and check that this reel is on their stories. Although maybe it's already not in their stories because the time that I took this was already 20 hours. Stories last for 24 hours. But it is a reel published on their account. It's like they just re-uploaded that to their stories.
It's from a movie.
It is in there. What is the clip about? Let's watch the clip and let's see what is it about.
We have a right to violence. All oppressed people have a right to violence. And I'm going to tell you something. It's like the right to pee. You got to have the right place. You got to have the right time. You got to have the appropriate situation. And I'm absolutely convinced that this is it. We have a right to.
Can you believe that shit?
Just in case to avoid any confusion,
Unbelievable,
the montage or the combination of the image of the
If this element of the Charlotte murder story turns out to be true, we might have our Cash for Kids controversy 2.0. Viva Frei, former Montreal litigator turns current Florida Rumbler in my home office, and this is going to be some continued reporting on the Charlotte murder of the Ukrainian refugee in a subway that the media doesn't want to talk about. They started talking about it recently, but that's only to blame it on Donald Trump. Seemingly, another Republicans pounce story. You won't believe the headlines coming out of New York Times, Politico, and CNN. From Politico at Politico, Ukrainian refugee killed in North Carolina gets dragged into political messaging war, and you have a picture of Donald John Trump on that story. From the New York Times, a gruesome murder in North Carolina ignites a firestorm on the right. And from CNN, how the lives of a Ukrainian refugee and a Charlotte man with a criminal history converged in a fatal stabbing. It is beyond repulsive. The New York Times somehow ostensibly suggesting that the right is exploiting of this gruesome murder for political purposes. Politico talking about the story, not showing a picture of the victim or the accused murderer, but a picture of Donald John Trump on their story. And Politico suggests that the victim has now been dragged into a messaging war. No, the victim has been murdered by someone with a long rap sheet and a history of mental illness because a judge, arguably a corrupt judge, let this criminal go, arguably for corrupt reasons. We're going to get into it. Now, a lot of people have been racializing this incident from the beginning because it was a black man with a history of mental illness and a long criminal record who stabbed a white woman in the throat. I was reluctant to get on the racial angle to it because other than the fact that the accused murderer is black and the victim is white, we didn't have any indication that race played a role in it. That wasn't until at least a portion of the video where you saw the accused murderer saying, I got that white girl.
Listen to this. There's some stupid Mexicans and they see the blood and they look back at her. They don't do shit.
Well, now we have our confirmed racial element to this story, and I dare say it's still not necessarily about race, but about how mentally ill career criminals can be brainwashed by a media to hate whitey so much that they see a white woman in a metro station, they go and stab her in the neck, and then say in their psychotic minds, I got that white girl. Now, how is it that a career criminal with a history of criminality, violent criminality, and mental illness was out on the street? Well, let's just go ahead and ask the judge, shall we? I don't mean ask the judge literally. I mean, we're going to read an article on who this judge is and how it came to be that this man she let go onto the streets to commit this act of savage barbarism.
Your answer?
From Newsweek, who is Teresa Stokes, Charlotte judge who released DeCarlos Brown Jr.? Published September 9, 2025. Judge Teresa Stokes has attracted scrutiny on social media after it emerged that she presided over a previous case involving DeCarlos Brown Jr. months before he was accused of murdering a Ukrainian refugee. Brown, 34, has been charged with the murder of 23-year-old Irina Zarutska, who was stabbed in Charlotte, North Carolina on August 22nd. Records show that Brown has been arrested 14 times in over a decade and was diagnosed with schizophrenia. And it's not just that he had been arrested 14 times over a decade and been diagnosed with schizophrenia. He had been arrested for very violent, very serious crimes. He has been previously convicted of felony larceny, robbery with a dangerous weapon, and communicating.
His mom yelled at the police. Why are they letting him go?
For incidents dating to 2013 and 2014. He was released in 2020. Then months later, he was charged with assaulting his sister. Newsweek reached out to the Mecklenburg County Court via email outside normal office hours for comments. Later on in the article, what to know? Stokes is a magistrate judge for the Charlotte District of Mecklenburg County Court, North Carolina. She has also been linked to a charity that provides mental health and addiction support by social media users, though Newsweek was unable to verify these claims. In January 2025, Brown was arrested for alleged, quote, misuse of the 911 system, end quote, and was released after signing a written promise to appear at his next court hearing, according to court documents signed by Stokes and seen by Newsweek. Well, it seems he made good on his promise to appear by murdering Irina Zarutska.
For a while,
you know that? And so sad. It's tragic. Except the people responsible for the tragedy do not suffer the consequences of their own failed policies.
No,
and then getting into the alleged charity with which the judge is involved, some online users have identified this judge as having a stakeholding interest or some form of an interest in a drug rehabilitation clinic, which might explain why she might be releasing violent, crazy criminals to the streets. If they go to these clinics, it's hypothesizing for the time being. But if it turns out to be true, this is going to be Cash for Kids 2.0. Instead of being corrupt judges sentencing innocent people to fill their own jails that they have a private interest in, it's going to be corrupt judges letting violent criminals go to the extent that they go to their rehabilitation clinics for whatever financial kickbacks they might get as a result of such corruption. On Twitter,
before that happened, Jack, it was fucking insane.
New Magistrate Judge Teresa Stokes,
the 80s were fucking nuts.
Carlos Brown Jr. is also the, quote, director of operations, end quote, at Second Chance Services, a mental health and addiction clinic in Charlotte, North Carolina. Does this judge release violent criminals into her treatment center to get paid by a government contract? Investigate this racket at AG Pam Bondi.
She's not even a lawyer.
Dylan. To which I replied, Viva Fry, at Viva Fry, this could very well be the, quote, Cash for Kids, end quote, scandal 2.0.
Does anybody remember the Cash for Kids scandal? Do you remember it, Graham?
The Casher Clunkers, I remember that.
What?
The car?
No, that was a ripoff too. These motherfuckers. We'll go there for 1 second. They had a cash for jalopies bullshit. They made you basically turn in your old cars for money. Did you know that? So they emptied the cities of all the cars, and then they fucked us. So there's no more used cars. There's no more parts. They fuck these fucks. We're slaves to retards. And this bitch fucking got kickbacks from the government to release this idiot back into the streets because she made more money than they would have jailing him. And we just sit here like retards and let these fuckheads keep on doing this to us.
Is getting a kickback by locking up the innocent in their facilities. A crooked judge may have been getting some form of a kickback.
So back a few years ago, these judges got caught arresting these kids and sending them these juvenile faculties and fucking abusing them all and getting big money from the government. Same shit is here.
By releasing the guilty to their treatment facilities. This tragedy has indeed become politicized, but I would argue only for the right reasons, that being crime enforcement and these lax policies in blue cities that result in innocent people getting murdered. Can you imagine how this would have been politicized had it been a white murderer and a black victim and or a Russian murderer and a Ukrainian victim? It would have been politicized to the ends of the universe as it is because of the demographics. CNN, New York Times, Politico don't want to cover it until they have to, and when they do, it turns into a Republicans pounce.
President Obama got rid of
that means
90%
Republicans
of
pounce on soft on crime,
Yeah.
Democrat liberal policies. And Fox News is indeed reporting on some members of the GOP who are pouncing for all the right reasons.
$1,000.
On Fox News, North Carolina Republicans demand firing of judge who freed
that I didn't pay
Ukrainian
much for
refugees
that I
murder
ran for
suspect.
5 years.
The letter was signed by all 10 House Republicans in North Carolina's congressional delegation.
He's gotta
by
know.
Elizabeth Elkin, Fox News.
It ain't like it
Published
was,
September
though,
9,
man.
2025, 10:02 a.m. First on Fox, Republican members of North Carolina's congressional delegation are calling for the removal of a state judge who released a man now accused of stabbing a Ukrainian refugee to death on a Charlotte train. All 10
Florida
GOP members
Representative
from the
Pugh made
Tar
a
Heel state
thing.
signed a letter urging formal proceedings to remove Magistrate Judge Teresa Stokes. They cited her decision earlier this year to release DeCarlos Brown, quote, based solely on his written promise to appear for a future court case. They argued that the
bullshit.
release, quote, was made despite Brown's extensive criminal history, which included at least 14 prior arrests for serious offenses such as possession of a firearm by a felon, robbery with a dangerous weapon, and physical assault of his sister.
It's a
end quote.
blood-filled
For those of you who have been
light,
around
man.
the channel for long enough and are tuned in to our Viva and Barnes Law for the People Sunday night show, Robert Barnes and I have been saying for a very long time, nothing is going to change
Oh, yeah, we're
until
gonna
some of
cover
these
him
judges
back.
are held
He's
to
coming
account,
up.
impeached, removed
Rest
from the
in
bench,
peace,
and
Charlie,
sometimes
you ass
jailed
mouth.
if warranted.
I used to
Nothing
call
is
him
going to change
Stick Star
until that
Mouth.
happens, and it seems that some members of the GOP
Me
are
and him
starting
did
to
not
urge
get
that
along.
to happen. And from the letter, Congress of the United States, House of Representatives, the Honorable Roy H. Wiggins, Chief Judge. Dear Chief Judge Wiggins, we are writing to urge you to initiate proceedings under North Carolina General Statute 7A-173A for the removal
That
of
bitch is
Magistrate
done.
Teresa Stokes from office. That statute provides for the removal of a magistrate for willful and
Look at her
persistent failure to
stupid
perform
ass.
the duties of the office or conduct prejudicial to the administration of justice that brings the judicial office into disrepute. Magistrate Stokes' actions in the case of DeCarlos Brown Jr. clearly meet both of these grounds for removal. In January 2025, Magistrate Stokes authorized the release of Brown based solely on his, quote, written promise, end quote, to appear for a future court date. This decision was made despite Brown's extensive criminal history, which included at least 14 prior arrests for serious offenses such as possession of a firearm by a felon, robbery with a dangerous weapon, and physical assault of his sister. In 2014,
His
he was
mom,
sentenced
too.
to 5 years in prison for robbery with a dangerous firearm. The January charge, a Class 1 misdemeanor, arose after Brown became combative with police officers. Yet despite this history of violent and unstable behavior, Magistrate Stokes released Brown without requiring bond
His
or
mom
imposing
lost
any
her mind
meaningful
and yelled
conditions
at
to
the
safeguard
judge
the
and at
public.
the police.
This
Did you know
reckless
that?
decision had devastating consequences. On August 22nd, 2025, while his misdemeanor case was still pending, Brown boarded a Charlotte light rail train and fatally stabbed 23-year-old Irina Zarutska in the neck as she was returning home from work. Ms. Zarutska's murder was not only a profound personal tragedy, but also a direct result of a failure of judicial responsibility. By releasing a repeat violent offender on nothing more than his written promise to appear, Magistrate Stokes displayed a willful failure to perform the duties of her office and engaged in conduct prejudicial to the administration of justice as set forth in NCGS Section 7A-173A. Her decision has undermined public confidence in the judicial system.
Yeah,
and
but he should have
exposed
been in
the
anyways,
to
Jack.
wholly preventable harm.
That
And
bitch
I
let him
totally
go so he
agree.
could go to
This
her
soft
fucking
on
mental
crime
health
Bleeding heart liberal
rehabilitation
policy
bullshit.
is devastating for communities. It's empowering to criminals, and you have the media working with the criminals, seemingly covering up the story until they can no longer cover it up, and then actually using it to blame the
Gaslighting
Republicans
us.
for pouncing on
Tell
the
us we're
tragic,
racist if we
violent, and
talk
utterly
about it.
preventable consequences of
Fuck
bleeding heart
you.
liberal policy. A lot of politicians on Twitter like to say, oh, the most violent states are all red states. When you take 1 second to look into that stupid claim, and I'm talking about you, Gavin Newsom, you will see that that violence is almost always concentrated
In a
blue
democratic
cities. In fact, I
city.
think 10 of the 10 most violent cities in America are blue cities. Yes, some
They're
of them are in
fucked
red
too,
states,
you know
but
that?
what is clear is that it is the
Trump's
result
coming down
not
on
of the
all
redness
these
of the state and the
assholes.
blueness of the mayor and the blueness of their soft on
And I
crime
voted for
policies.
this shit, so fuck
This was
you.
all entirely preventable. This
You're
was all
fucked.
entirely predictable. We have a corrupt media apparatus that stays silent until they can no longer stay silent, or if the incident was reversed, would be loud and would be protesting in the streets. But nobody's protesting in the streets for a murdered Ukrainian refugee. Not even the people with
What the
Ukrainian
fuck?
flags in their bios on Twitter are up in arms.
What the fuck would happen if that would have been a fucking Palestinian girl or a black girl? And it would have been roles reversed. That fucking place would have burned to the ground, wouldn't it have?
Yep. Everything around it too. Even the train would be burned to the
Riots
ground.
for months. Because it's a
Yep.
white person and we're not fucking retarded. But if you look at the charts I'm going to show later on, my people, our people, Mossy, we're right below them. I don't know if you know that.
No.
Yeah, we're like, I think it's 15 or 20 and they're at like 40, 45, 50. Yeah, we just said that, Keely. Imagine if it was reversed. But most of our shit is red on the reservations. Because our shit, we blame ourselves and we're self-hating. You know that, right? That's what happens when you're traumatized and you lose a war. I mean, if we just said, everybody I know says what ifs, don't they, Mossy?
Yeah.
If we would have did this, if that would have happened, we could have had so many chances to beat these motherfuckers, but that wasn't in the woods, man. They outpowered us with their fucking intelligence and with their equipment and shit. You know what I mean? They're way more advanced than us. It'd be like if an alien civilization just ran at us right now. Would we have a chance?
Nope.
We put up a hell of a fight, but we wouldn't have a fucking chance. Then we'd be their fucking pets, just like we're your fucking pets. You guys write stupid books about us that make no fucking sense and pretend. Don't they, Mossy?
Very much.
It's a fucking joke. And then bitch if we don't live up to your expectations. That's fucking racist. You know that? Tell me it ain't. But this is the fucking world we live in. He's just going to go on bitching about that they're all fucked. This is Bearing, a cat from Australia.
So our favourite reality TV show, America, took a dark turn over the
Very
weekend.
dark
This
today.
isn't going to be a funny video.
Bearing, you can't set me up like that.
No, it's not a funny topic.
I'm sick of dark things. I've done politics and the flags and all the snazzy talk lately. I was hoping we could have a good laugh.
Well, we'll have a good laugh in the next one. I've got another one lined up.
Okay, all right, bonus.
So over the weekend, my Twitter was getting flooded with this image.
Oh dear.
It's not
Oh, look at
good,
this.
man.
Wait,
Has he got
we gotta
anything in
count
his
these
hand because it's really
motherfuckers.
blown?
There's a chick who split. There's the prick who was filming it all. And then there's one, two. And then behind him, there's another dude. And they all just sat there and watched this fucking happen. If
Yeah,
that
it's all
had
picture.
stood up and kicked him so fucking hard. Is this shit unreal or not?
It is. That wouldn't help
And he
her.
just
Nope.
aimed up, lined up, and took her life. And this dumb bitch is sitting there with her headphones on, doom scrolling. You know, I don't want to blame a victim, but she shouldn't have sat there with all the blacks. Why the fuck didn't she sit up at the front where all the whites Mexicans were? Huh? The fuck? Well, God's going to ask her that probably.
Bird, I can't see.
He's got a knife in his hand.
Oh shit. And looking at the trajectory, that's like going towards the face or the chest.
The neck.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so this is in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this
I
fella's
live
name
there.
is DeCarlos Brown Jr. So DeCarlos has
Fuckhead.
been arrested 14 times since 2011.
How come Brown Jr. is slowly getting less brown?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. They've adjusted the ISO on their camera, I guess.
Maybe they've clicked over the camera settings to not not racist.
Yeah, but anyway, we shouldn't be joking around. This is very serious. So DeCarlos Brown Jr. stepped onto a light rail in Charlotte, North Carolina, sat there and rode for a while, looking out the window. This chick, this Ukrainian refugee, this white chick gets on, sits in front of him, and out of nowhere, he just pulls out a knife and stabs her in the fucking neck.
Jesus.
Kills her.
That's pretty fucked, isn't it? That's how you know the system is failing you. When you've got how many?
I lived in Atlanta for 2 years. I lived in Athens for 6 months, and I lived in Atlanta proper for 2 years. And it wasn't no different than Detroit. And I was lied to by my bosses. They said, go to Atlanta. There's 10 girls to every guy. Did you know that? So I go to Atlanta, and fucking like 6 or 7 of the girls are fat. Do you know that?
Wow.
So fuck. What the fuck? The odds were the same as in Detroit. My gay. No, I lived near Buckhead, but wasn't gay. Never been gay in my life. Exit only. Fuck all that. There's a place called Buckhead in Atlanta, and it's fucked up. But I didn't live. I lived in Lawrenceville. It's right outside of Atlanta. It's right by the Loop. And then I lived in Woodstock, and I lived all over motherfucking Atlanta. But I asked some friends one time, take me to the ghetto, Mossy. It was fucking 2 blocks. You know that?
Oh, really?
Houses that we ended up building fucking condos next to. The fuck is that? I told them. 2 blocks of shitty houses surrounded by like a fucking baseball field and condos. I was like, okay, this is great. Shit blew my mind.
14 mugshots.
14 fucking mugshots, and you're still allowed out on the street to stab someone in the neck.
Yeah, so let's have a look. Let's go. So this is the chick that he stabbed. Her name is Irina, or it's Iriana, I guess. Zarutska. So there's a Wikipedia page about this, but the outrage surrounding this is that it's had no media attention. No major media attention anyway. Like all the major networks, all the CNNs, the MSNBCs, all of them are just dead silent.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's only like the little guys.
No
I mean, there's some
brains.
people on YouTube and stuff reporting it, but no major news outlets. So this happened in like late August, and it's not until now, thanks to X, thanks to Twitter, that people
fucking
know about
everybody
it.
had
So in terms of his
brains pictured in
charges,
their house
DeCarlos Brown Jr.
when they
was a
won.
34-year-old homeless black man with a lengthy criminal
Just
record
when
dating
there was
back to
snow.
2011. He's
Everybody
been
had
convicted
that.
of multiple offences, including robbery with a dangerous weapon, breaking and entering, felony larceny, and misuse of the 911 system. So what I'm about to show you is just one of the most fucking horrific things I've ever seen.
Oh, dear God. There's video footage.
There's video footage, yeah, it got leaked. So, I mean, worse things have happened, but like, I think just the innocence of this chick just getting onto like what we'd call a tram, I guess. It's the light rail. Just sitting there minding her own business, and then she just gets fucking ganked in the neck and killed, bleeds out.
That picture you showed me is like a scene from a horror film.
Yeah.
You know, like you can hear the suspenseful music building up in the
Yeah,
back
yeah,
as
yeah.
she's just sitting there, no idea what's coming, but you, the audience, can see what's coming, and you can just hear the music going.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
kind of a
watch
horror
this.
movie, ain't it?
Train is about to move.
Look at this idiot. It's these people around him that's killing me. They all could have stopped this.
That is really, really morbid. So there's more. Now, not many people noticed
Is
what
she just
happened kind of
sat
thing. I
there?
think the surrounding people, like the immediate
That fucking
people, would
kills
have
me.
obviously noticed. But the carriage is like just chill and normal, it seems. But watch this. I'll have to blur this out because there's some blood in this. And as you know, YouTube hates blood.
Or any act of violence.
Yeah. But look at this. This is the aftermath.
That's him walking around saying,
So
that
he's
white
just
girl.
walking around the carriage. It must have happened up the other end kind of thing. But these people are just, look, this guy's on his fucking phone. There's droplets of blood going all over the floor. It's just such a fucked scene.
She's just dead, isn't she?
She's just
There's
dead.
no screaming or anything, nothing to alert other passengers.
Yeah. So the New York Post says horror video of Ukrainian refugee Uriana, I can't pronounce that. Slaughter on Charlotte train is met with deafening silence from Democrat leaders and the media.
They've
Well, they
moved
don't
on
want to take
so quick, haven't haven't they? They don't care about the Ukrainian refugees.
don't give a fuck
anymore.
about
But what if
you.
it was a Palestinian
You're
refugee?
nothing to
Imagine
them,
if
you
it
know
was
that?
a white guy and a Palestinian refugee.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. You wouldn't hear the end of it.
That's the money ticket.
Yeah, you'd sell some ads on that. So, like I said, I'm in no way trying to make light of this situation. I think it's morbid and fucked, right? But just the fact that no media outlets, no major media outlets have reported on this absolutely fucking boils my piss.
Yeah.
So this article goes on, liberal media and politicians have been accused of staying silent on the savage murder of a young Ukrainian refugee on a North Carolina train. After a career criminal with no less than 14 arrests was charged with her murder. Uryana, or whatever it is, 23, was stabbed to death on a light rail in Charlotte, with horrifying surveillance footage showing the moment the unsuspecting young woman was brutally attacked. So imagine this poor bird. She's escaped Ukraine. She's escaped this fucking war-torn country.
You know what prick had the balls to say to the cops? That she said the N-word, the magic fucking nigger word. You know that? That's their thing now. He said the nigger word. I get to kill him. Fuck you, you fuck. You fucking piece of shit. Hold on. I got to share this because these people, I get sick of hearing their bullshit about how fucking hard they've got it and how fucked and how 200 fucking years ago, or how many fucking years ago do they say?
150 plus.
Hey, fuck you. This is reality right here, right now. I had to live with since I was fucking born. Not fucking 200 years ago. Right now, bitch. You want to read this? A daily reminder that in 1952, 66 fucking years ago, you could buy a native child for $10 fucking here. Do you know that?
No.
Wow. No.
Yeah. Fuck you. My ancestors left this shithole because it was legal here to fucking sell us as cattle. And you know what happened in Canada to us? It was legal to hunt us there. So we left there and came back here. Do you know that?
No.
Fuck all you motherfuckers with your crybaby stories and I'm being held back. Go fuck yourselves. I crawled out of the fucking ghetto, voted most likely not to survive in high school. And I'm 63 years old, you cunts. You're half my ages and none of you done fuck but cry and bitch and pull some horse shit on everybody and grift your way through life. That ain't how this shit works, is it, Mossy?
No.
You gotta get up off your fucking asses and work, you cunts. And if you don't figure that out, you're fucked. You're gonna be the next motherfucking slave. You know that? These people don't give a fuck about you. And you think they do? You keep telling your fucking self that. Because all we are going to be victims of these motherfuckers. Fuck
Pretty
me.
much.
All right, I'm going to skip ahead to poor fucking Charlie. This guy ties this all together. I got to back this up. This guy ties it all fucking together for me, so I don't have to fucking freak out and try to fucking explain it.
We have breaking news, and it's tragic. Charlie Kirk has been shot at the Utah Valley University. Secondly, the criminal out of North Carolina spoke to his sister. We have
His shot was as horrible as this.
explaining
you know
why
that?
he did what he did. Finally, there's a new inflation
He tells
report
his
that shows
sister why he
positive
did it.
news regarding the economy, and all
Oh,
of
did you
these
hear about
stories will
that
show you what
shit,
both
too?
sides are saying. And
The fucking Bidens have been, they lied about the economy.
No. No. Shit, the Bidens.
Yeah,
lied
almost
about
a million jobs they lied about. We're going to skip ahead to his fucking sister, and then we'll go back to Charlie. This shit is fucking insane.
A quick, there is no doubt, trial and only awarded the death penalty.
He's
There
going to
could
be
no
killed. They're
other
going to give him the
option,
death penalty,
President
this piece
Donald
of shit.
J. Trump. Now, of course, 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown was charged with the state charges of first-degree murder after he was arrested for killing.
They're going to let him go again. You know that if this wouldn't have been noticed. Why do you think they kept him quiet for 2 fucking weeks?
Yesterday, federal
They're going to fucking keep on doing what they fucking do.
Issue that federal charge.
The stupid bitch here
causing death on mass transportation system. And Attorney General Pam Bondi promised.
I blame the media as much as that guy. You know that? Those people on the
Would
train.
be either the death penalty or life in prison. Now, look, her family also issued a lengthy
governor of North Carolina
yesterday
says we have the death
basically
penalty
giving us
for a reason.
look
This
at their
fucker's
last
fucked
moments
either way.
before they found out that she had been killed, and also issuing a call to action, demanding systemic change.
Okay, so clearly the president is continuing to hammer this issue home, and it's sparking some interesting conversations on social media that we're about to get into here. But before we do, I wanted to point something out that I found to be interesting about this story using Ground News. Now, you guys follow me, you know what the deal is. Ground News is the best tool
Ground
that you
News
can
is
use to see
bullshit.
the full
It's a
picture.
commercial.
That's the full video so far, or at least most of it that's been released.
He's just showed her bleeding out again. We don't need
listen,
to see that for the fourth
I
time.
find the disheartening thing is it doesn't matter the skin color. The media should be highlighting these heinous attacks every single time.
It's a
because they
woman.
should
What happened to
demand
believe
the
all
local
women and all their
leaders,
other
police
bullshit?
departments, the justice
It's like the
system,
children.
the DAs, the
They
judges
use them for props.
to
They don't
hold
give a
these
fuck what it
criminals
matters. You know that?
And I know in a perfect world, that's exactly what they would do. So of course the
Hey,
president is going
fuck
to
in a
keep bringing
perfect
it up.
world. These are our servants.
Now, you
we don't
wouldn't
work for
have
them
known,
like they think.
and only one side wanted to talk about this, as I showed you already. 72% of the sources lean right. You wouldn't know that unless you use the tool like Ground News to give you the full picture of what's being reported. And again, we
can figure it out for ourselves. Here's him talking to his sister. This shit's gonna blow your mind. This shows you where his state of mind is.
Sister Tracy, and she just asked him point blank, "Why would you do something like this?" And I'll let you hear it for yourself. I think it only takes you about 5 seconds to realize this guy is not mentally sound.
So you said something in your body did what?
Nah, the material, put it like this, the material used in my body to stab the lady.
What?
And so she just got stabbed.
Yeah. You know that's not me. I'm talking about just for no reason. But since they did that, now they gotta investigate the material my body is supposed to. Since they want to do all that, now they gotta investigate.
It's funny because she's from the Ukraine. She's from Russia, and you know they got a war. They had a war going on against the United States. So I'm just trying to understand, out of all people, why her?
That's hey, it ain't. I don't have nothing. They just lashed out on her. That's what happened. They lashed out on her. Who else was working the album? Whoever was working the material? Whoever was working the material, they lashed out on her.
Okay, so point number one, he in that audio tape
Isn't that
that you heard,
nuts?
clearly this guy's mentally ill. I mean, something's wrong with him, right? But more importantly, he didn't say white lady when he was speaking to his sister. Allegedly, he said white lady after stabbing her
He
on the
did say
train.
white lady
Why
after
is that so
stabbing. He can say whatever
important?
the
Well, it
fuck
takes
he
me to point
wants
number
now,
two. This whole
stupid
race
bitch.
war has been amplified on social media. You got people talking about you got to stay away from black people.
You got to.
And
If you
the
don't, you're a
fascinating part about
retard.
it, it's a distraction.
Wake the
Which
fuck
brings me to
up.
point
Don't
number
buy this
three.
bullshit
The
from
real
these
people we
people
should be
trying to
focusing on
sleepwalk
is
you
the
into
justice
death
system
camp.
in North
You know
Carolina.
that?
Who am I talking about exactly? I'm
That's
talking
the
about
goddamn
Judge
crab
Teresa
technique where they
Stokes.
slowly raise
She's
the
the one
water
that
and you
let this
die.
criminal
Fuck
walk
these
free
people.
14
Everybody's
times, by the
moving
way.
to Boise. They're all moving up there in the Northwest. You know that? Anybody with any money or common sense are getting the fuck out of here. You know why? Because it's fucking like Adam said. Get the fuck away from these people. They're being told by the media, by the government to kill you. You know that? Go ahead and be a victim if you want. Stupid if you are.
And you know what's interesting about her? She's not even a licensed attorney and has not passed the bar exam. And only at the state level, this is allowed. You can't do this at the federal level, by the way.
I'm curious what Congress is prepared to do to really force judges to keep violent criminals locked
Congress
up,
ain't
or
gonna
at
do
least
fuck
for
all.
an appropriate
Just
length
sit there
of
and
time.
jerk
I think it's
off.
outrageous
Look at this
that people are trying to
motherfucker.
politicize the death
Dollar store
of
Obama, Timu
this
Obama.
wonderful young lady. It's outrageous that anyone would politicize their death. What decency do people have?
Yeah, well, you trying to
at a
take our
moment like
guns over it,
this,
you fuck.
as opposed to trying to find common sense solutions? One thing I can tell you that's also outrageous is that Donald Trump pardoned hundreds of violent
He needs to
felons
be
who
shot.
brutally beat
Fucking
police
head from the wood
officers.
chipper, you know that?
And the
For saying what
soft
he
on
just
crime
fucking said?
Republican policy
Donald
inherent
Trump
in
talking to
pardoning
stupid
violent
sing
felons
song.
has resulted
You Obama, you
in people
retard.
all across America subsequently being
votes for this
violently
fucking retard?
victimized by those January
Jack.
6th
They're gonna
violent
replace us, and then who the
felons
fuck's gonna do the
who were
work we do?
released back
They
into
can't do none of this
communities
shit.
all across America.
These
That's soft
motherfuckers,
on
this
crime
cocksucker can't even wipe his
Republican
own ass.
policies. How
We
dare
can do
people try to
sing song and tell
politicize
us.
this tragedy right
Dr.
now?
Okay,
Seuss
so that's
fuck.
Hakeem Jeffries for you. I think that sums up who he is, trying to
He's
connect
a piece
January
of
6th to
shit.
this particular issue. And last time I checked, the January 6th individuals, even the most violent ones, the ones that actually
What the
put their
fuck?
hands on
January
police
6th had anything to do
officers,
with that piece of
none of
shit
them
that
had a
on that
rap sheet of
train, huh?
sexually assaulting people. None of them had a rap
Explain
sheet of
that to me.
continuing to rob people. None of them had been arrested 13 times. Okay. And to all accounts, most of these individuals served prison time, by the way.
Hard
So
prison
I
time.
don't know
They
why
were
Democrats
torturing
like
the
to go down
January
that
6th
road,
people,
but
you know that?
that is their strategy. Now let's go to our
Grandmas
next
and
story.
shit.
And now we're shifting to
Meanwhile,
positive news, 'cause
predators
I
get
know
to
that's a
run
little
free.
dramatic,
Fuck
right?
this fucking
And this is
bullshit.
about the
You gotta be
inflation
a
report that
retard
just came
to
out.
say this shit's right.
And once again, it's not what experts said it would be. Take a listen.
We've got some unexpected good news on the inflation
The
front. The
judges-
Labor Department
the
reports the
jobs
producer price
report they
index,
lied
which
about.
is an indicator for wholesale
They
inflation,
had to admit that it was
dropped
all
by a
fucking on
tenth of a
Biden, you
percent
know
in
that?
August.
That
That after it
another
rose
lie.
0.7% the previous month. The drop in producer prices makes it more likely that the Fed will cut interest rates for the first time this year when it meets next week.
Yeah. So
Fuck
this
him,
particular report once again proves that the economy is not doing exactly what the experts said it would do. Now we do have two concurrent issues. One,
How the fuck
you got,
could it when they
obviously,
had
the Fed
bullshit
cutting rates, but
information
more
from
importantly,
Biden?
the jobs
Bullshit in,
report.
bullshit out,
Okay, the
retard.
market, it's actually weak, and it's been weak for quite some time, and that's why you've been seeing up to 900,000
Right
jobs
before
have been
Trump got put
revised.
into office, Biden killed all the chickens. You know that, right? And said it was bird flu. Fuck him. He's one of the biggest pieces of shits ever put on this planet. Now that all these TV fucks all bitch about the price of eggs. Now that they're all coming down, you don't hear fuck about that anymore, do you?
Nope, I
These
don't.
people are the biggest pieces of shit in the world. And then they all cried, the tariffs are going to do this, tariffs are going to do that. Tariffs didn't do shit to anybody. And they just admitted that the companies are taking the blunt of it. It's not us. So they're going to all bitch and moan about it. And they're bitching about what he did in D.C. He won in D.C. People got to realize that. They're a bunch of fucks. Okay, we'll go back to Charlie now. This poor bastard. They're closely monitored. See, that's what I first started hearing.
There, Charlie Kirk had been shot. People are saying he was shot in the neck based on the video footage. They have not actually identified the name of the shooter.
I
do
got a
have
shot
clip
in the
to show
heart.
you of a man who was apprehended at the scene. But first things first, please pray for the man. Pray for his family.
Wait till you see this.
I
okay.
truly believe
This
he
is
was
the video
doing
where
great
Joe's
work.
got getting hogtied.
Definitely had a huge impact on the younger generation, and that's what we need in this country. And so, I mean, that's all that could really be said in regards to him, is just continue to pray for him and his family. Now, here's what the FBI did have to say. We're closely monitoring reports of
They've
the
caught
tragic
3
shooting
people
involving
so
Charlie
far.
Kirk
Not one of them are the
at Utah
shooter.
Valley
You know that,
University. Our thoughts
Mosley?
are with Charlie, his loved ones, and everyone
Really?
affected. Agents
Yeah.
will be on the scene quickly.
This is a fucking
And the FBI
job. This
stands in
wasn't
full
no
support of the
fucking
ongoing
half
response
step.
and
It's a
investigation.
pro that shot him
And
right in
also,
the
the vice
fucking
president
heart.
said this: say a prayer for Charlie Kirk, a
The way
genuinely
he
good guy
jumped,
and
man,
a
when I
young
seen it on when
father.
Chris
Now,
walked
here's
in, I
that
said,
clip
oh,
of
that's
the
a
man
chest shot.
who was arrested at the scene.
Watch this shit.
This is the guy that shot him?
This is the boomer they arrested. And everybody's saying he shot him. He didn't shoot shit. He's screaming, I know my rights. I'm claiming the fifth. He's making a spectacle out of himself. He's making him drag. He's doing this for a reason, so the guys that rip him away, you know that? Classic distraction. Everybody's throwing shit at him now and screaming, fuck you.
I have the right to remain silent.
I have the right to remain silent.
that individual yet. We
If
don't
he
even
gets
know
tied
if he's
into
the
this in any
true
way, I
shooter,
think
but
it's
he
a death
was
penalty
arrested
too.
at
You
the
know
scene.
that?
That has to be said.
Utah has
It's
a
too
death
early to
penalty
know
too,
anything
dumb
except
bitches.
that he was shot. Clearly, they probably took him to the hospital. Okay, obviously, and the whole university is on lockdown. The FBI is
None of the
involved.
people they caught, Jack,
As
are
you
the
guys
guy
can see, the
yet.
president has weighed in. We must
So
pray.
they got a
We
bunch
must
of
all
people
pray for
running
Charlie
around
Kirk, who's
doing
been shot. A great
fucking-
guy from top to bottom.
You know
God
what I
bless him.
mean? One of them might have
Now,
been the
this,
spotter.
regardless of the outcome, is again another example how dangerous it is to go out there and tell the truth to people, regardless of what your beliefs are.
You know, I learned
now,
this fucking
just
lesson
when you
I
think
was a
that in
fucking
his
kid from fucking Kennedy and fucking Martin Luther King about telling the truth to power. What happens to you? You know that?
Yep.
These are the same motherfuckers that are in charge now that were then. You know that? Don't think it ain't. These are the same assholes doing the same stupid shit to us. We got to wake the fuck up, man. This shit's not going to get any better for us or any easier.
It's gonna get worse.
Oh, look at this shit. This guy says it was all Charlie Kirk's fault that this happened. This shit's insane. This guy worked for Hillary Clinton and all that bullshit. Biden, he's a piece of shit, Matthew Dow. Listen to this shit, what he said. Fuck MSNBC. No wonder they're a failing piece of shit nobody watches.
Matthew, I'm going to bring you in on this. Talk to me about the environment. The reports of exactly what happened are not confirmed yet. But talk to me about the environment in which a shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, to emphasize what you just emphasized, we don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about this. But following up what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. And I think that's the environment we're in, that people just, you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Matt.
And that's the
How much you want to bet that was a
environment we're in.
tranny that shot him, Mossy?
What a piece of shit. What a
Wouldn't
piece of
surprise
shit
me.
that guy is.
We're still waiting for updates on Charlie Kirk's condition after he
He's
was
dead.
shot at a
He's in
UT
heaven.
campus from 200 yards with a
Well, he
rifle
gets to hang out for a week or two,
on
and then he
the
gets to
neck.
go.
So it doesn't look good, but it seems that he is, according to reports, in critical condition,
Get
but
shot
has been
fucking
stabilized.
hard, and then it
So
came out
we're
his
praying
neck.
for him.
What do you
I
think he's
need
like?
you to watch
He was
the
dead right
way
there. It
that
looks like, I'll show it at the end of the show.
of
We'll
this
turn off YouTube and we'll show it on Rumble.
evil
YouTube would lose their
media
fucking mind if I showed
saying
this. You
that
know that, Mossy?
basically Charlie Kirk
Yeah.
deserved to
Yeah,
be
they
shot.
would. So he
You
just goes over
absolutely
that
need to
these cocks
listen.
say that he deserved to get shot. You know, I had enough of this. I'm sorry, everybody. I mean, I can only take so much blood in one day. Here's where they blame J.B. Pritzker, that fat piece of shit, accuses Trump of fomenting political violence, suggesting he and January 6 rioters are to blame for Charlie Kirk's assassination. That's their line they're running with.
Express my sympathy to
fat
Charlie Kirk's
fucking
family
loser.
and to Charlie Kirk, who obviously has, become a target for somebody. I don't know whether it's political violence because I don't know who did it. I know they seem to
Oh, we
have
know who
somebody
did
in
it, you
custody.
fuck.
But I will say that political violence, unfortunately,
fat
has
snack
been
master bitch.
ratcheting up in this country. We saw
Have
the
another
shootings, the
Twinkie, fat
killings in
ass.
Minnesota. We've seen other
Imagine what he
political
smells
violence
like.
occur in other states.
Piss
And
and
I
fear.
would just say it's got to stop.
Fat
And
fuck.
I think there are people who are
You're going to
fomenting
jail,
it
you motherfucker.
in this
You think
country.
you're
I
getting away
think
with
the
this?
president's rhetoric often foments it. We've seen
Oh, it's
the
Trump's
January
fault.
6th
January 6th
rioters.
fault. That's what they're all
who
saying, you know that?
clearly,
These
have
people are retarded.
tripped
Nobody's stupid
a
enough to
new
buy your
era of
bullshit.
political violence. And the president,
He's
what did
probably
he
an
do?
illegitimate
He
fucking
pardoned them.
Kennedy.
I mean, what kind of signal does that
He
send
looks like
to
Teddy,
people
that
who want to
loser,
perpetrate
fat fuck.
political violence? Not a good one.
Is this nigga serious?
Christy, that fat Krispy Kreme fuck. Here's where you find out There's more than one
breaking
motherfucker on the
news
roof.
regarding the shooter
You know that?
of Charlie Kirk, the FBI has confirmed that they have gotten the wrong guy twice now. Just
I checked
minutes
that out.
ago,
That's some
Kash
deep shit,
Patel had
Alphonse.
said more than a while ago that they had this guy on custody,
all this
one
shit
guy
blew
in
up
custody, and he has been released. I'm going to zoom out here. First, he had said 1 hour ago the subject for the horrific shooting today that took the life of Charlie Kirk is now in
I'll drive around
custody.
the block.
Thank you to the local and state authorities in Utah for
3
your
people these
partnership with
fuckers have
FBI.
caught
We will
so far,
provide
and
you
isn't the
updates
shooter
when
yet.
able. And then minutes ago,
I'm
like
beginning
5
to
minutes
regret
ago,
him getting in there. You know
the
that,
subject in
Mossy?
custody has been released after an
Yeah.
interrogation by law enforcement. Our investigation continues, and we will continue to release information in interest of transparency. So, has been 2 times that
3
they
now.
got the wrong guy, because the first was this
Yeah, but we know what's
this older
going on,
guy,
right?
which is the mystery that I don't know. I'm trying to build
distraction, you dumb
the
fuck.
puzzle, understand the pieces of the puzzle, because as soon as Charlie Kirk was shot, this guy began to yell and attract attention to himself. And that's why so many people were saying that he was the shooter. Most people there couldn't understand where the bullet was coming from. He was detained, and while he
This
was being
stupid
detained, I'm not going to
motherfucker
play the
NBC
audio.
said he didn't know if it was somebody celebrating, one of his people celebrating. Can you believe that shit? What's Jack say? A lot of roof guys are security, but I'm shocked they couldn't lock down a college campus, limited access, but Utah, innocent souls they are. Not only that, Jack, that roof has got like multi-layers on it, and he was like hiding on this one little small part, and he popped up. There were like, there's 2 different dudes. And then they got this distraction guy. This is a fucking hit. I don't care what anybody says. This is all showing fucking skills, ain't it, Mossy? It's showing fucking
yeah.
work. And that's the first rule is don't show it, right?
Pretty much.
So why the fuck? This shit boggles the imagination. They don't give a
But
fuck
he
anymore. They're
was
showing us they don't give a fuck
screaming
anymore.
that I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to remain silent. That was quite odd. And it seems that this guy was just being a distraction. Thus, it was
You always
he
got to have a fall guy, might add,
working with
me.
the shooter, the actual shooter who was actually on the rooftop. And then when he was taken away, he was shouting,
"Shoot me!
Shoot me! Shoot me!" It was
fuck is
quite
this all
disturbing
about?
to listen to. I'm gonna play it.
Shoot me! Was that you? We don't know if it's him or not.
Did you hear the people are even saying shoot him? They were throwing shit at him too. That's what he wanted, though.
It was way
Them all
too
distracted
strange.
so those other
the
people
way
go the
that
other way, you know
he
that?
he was behaving
Pretty much.
and the timing, like actually distracting authorities from the real shooter. Why would he
shit.
be doing that? We still have no idea.
Yeah, they
we
let
also
him go.
have
They're gonna
some
follow
clues,
him and shit. You know that, Moss.
online clues.
Yeah.
Like this account. Charlie Kirk is coming to my college tomorrow. I really hope
person
someone
needs to get
evaporates
fucked,
him
too.
literally. And then says, let's just say something big will happen tomorrow. So I guess the FBI is investigating this person.
Yeah,
They
Oswald
haven't
Much
said
Jack.
that this is
I got
the
a
person
fucking thing
they,
that I'm going to show.
they,
There were
they
two
got. I'm gonna
Oswalds in
show
that
you
movie
the
theater. Did you
picture of.
know that, Mossy? Yeah, one went out the back and one went out the front with the cops. There were 2 Oswalds and they got witnesses and everything. Tell me that wouldn't blow your fucking mind.
Yeah.
That's another hit. You can
of
tell
the
when it's
guy
professionals. You know that?
who they got in a minute. But also, I want to show you this a video that people were circulating, which is not a shooter. This is not the guy because of the rifle he had. We were saying that the rifle was too small. The barrel was too small. It was more like an airsoft gun. But this is the video I wanted to show you. Right after the shot, you see that people were scrambling.
Somebody was in the crowds yelling, "Run,
safe.
run!" This was a fucking. This is
Most
a job.
of them
You know that,
dropped to
Mossy?
the,
There's like
to the
fucking probably
ground,
6, 7
and you
people
can see
involved, you know
right
that?
Oh,
here
yeah.
at the far end of the
They know how to
campus
work a crowd. They're
where
not
Charlie Kirk was
stupid.
giving his
Fucking sheep.
was his debate, a figure running on the rooftop. So that's why people are saying that it was medium to high caliber
It
rifle.
had been high caliber. The way it bounced in his
And
body.
the guy must have been
He almost did a 50
have
caliber
certain
bound.
abilities
that
with a
jump.
good scope to be able to land that shot from so far away. Just one shot, and that was it. Was very precise. And then you can see that he was, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can do this because the camera is moving at the same time. See that he is moving. At first he is here, and then as the camera is
He's gone
panning,
up to the
he
left.
comes closer to this area. To have an idea of the layout, this is the layout of the campus. This is where Charlie was speaking, and this is the area where you can see that some
God,
people
he
were
could have picked
seated
a better
indoors.
spot, you know that?
This is the area where everyone
side
was
of that building
gathered
probably would have
around
been
him,
better.
and this is the distance from the rooftop
See how
that we
that's all
saw
dimensional?
in the previous video. It was like around 200 yards. So the guy in this rooftop must have had opportunity to just run away. We don't know in which direction. And again, the FBI doesn't have much more information about this. Let me see if I have up to date, up to the minute right now.
Yeah, like Robert
More
Kennedy.
information about
They don't know
this.
who the fuck shot him. They blame Saran.
Because
Saran.
it's so-
But they say he got shot so many fucking times. it
So
ain't funny.
confusing the way that this
You know that, Moffy?
not this has been handled
No.
because
Yeah, Robert Kennedy.
It was
They're saying he
confusing.
got
The
shot
first
from
guy
behind.
was
Saran
screaming and
missed.
distracting everyone, and this was the person of interest that has been identified as Zachary Ahmed Qureshi from Salt Lake City, Utah. He works at a VC firm and intern for the Heritage Foundation.
great,
He
he's a
currently works
Mormon.
as an Arabic linguist for the
Motherfucker.
Mormon Church. So he was interrogated, and the FBI cleared him up. Apparently, so he's not the guy. Let me see. Just make a quick search for the word shooter. See what is the latest development, because this is what we've got. In fact, I was about to make the video, and then Kash Patel's update just popped up, as in they have nobody right now. The subject in custody has been released. They have no people right now in custody.
They let the old man go and they let him
Check
go.
the updates right now. This is
It's
still
bullshit.
a
You know
mystery.
that, Mossy?
And by the way,
There's cameras
the
everywhere
guy
now.
who published that unsettling post, I'm not gonna include this image. I want to say that I have no way of saying that the guy I'm saying here on my screen is the one who people are claiming that wrote this post that I just read. But we will have to wait a little longer. And some people, I don't know from
They're saying that
why
this
or
is a
from
fucking distraction because of what's going on with Congress and shit. They're busy fucking us as usual, and then this is supposed to stop us from noticing what the fuck they're up to. So I don't know if this is a distraction. They probably just wanted to get him, and they had to pick a time where they could get it where it wouldn't fuck with their shit so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Biden, all his fucking auto pin shit's coming out. The job market's over 1 million fucking people. I mean, this next one's just, they spot that fucking, somebody's filming it. And I already been talking about that. Well, we'll start with this.
Now, following that instance, we had Tucker Carlson who said this.
I will say that the one thing you have to worry about in a multi-ethnic society is ethnic conflict, because it's enduring. It doesn't go away. It's generational, and we're moving toward that. She was stabbed because she was white, and everyone knows that, actually. And knowing that and not being able to say anything about it because you fear you're going to be called names doesn't make the problem go away. It makes you move to Bozeman. And it makes the problem worse. And that's what you're seeing. Everyone I know who can afford it is moving to Bozeman or Jackson or, Sun Valley or whatever, but they all have one thing in common. Okay, let's just stop lying. And I don't like that, okay? Because that suggests a future of ethnic conflict, which is like, ask anybody from a country that has, ask a Belgian. Belgium has ethnic conflict. So this is inherent to the human condition, and you want to be very thoughtful in trying to avoid it, and things like that exacerbate it like to a crazy animal level.
He's not the only one who came to that same obvious conclusion or observation. Charlie Kirk and others said the same thing. It looked as if the girl was targeted because she was white, but then right on cue, CNN rolls out Van Jones to scold anybody who dares go there.
We don't know why.
Cry, baby, bitch. Go cry somewhere, Van Jones, you
we
cunt.
know he did it because she's white when there's no
He
evidence.
said
of
he
that.
did it because she
It's
was
just
white, you
pure
fuck.
race mongering, hate mongering. It's wrong. Then he says that if something like that had happened the other way, there'd be sweeping changes in
There
political
would
society.
be.
We don't know how to deal with people who are hurting in the way this man was hurting. Hurt people hurt people. What
Listen to
happened
this
was horrible.
faggot.
But it becomes an opportunity for people to jump on bandwagons. And then for someone like Charlie Kirk, he should be ashamed of himself. No
This
one
was the
mentioned
day
the word
before
race, white, black, or anything except him.
And now you know exactly where this is going. Turns out they were right. Because now we've got the CCTV audio, and the suspect can be heard saying, quote, "I got the white girl."
You sure did, you idiot. Now you're dead. Should have been dead before.
Yeah, I guess it's no longer
That girl didn't hurt
speculation. Now
anybody.
it's
And then look
direct
at all these
evidence of motive.
motherfuckers.
Clearly she was
They all
targeted
know
because
what's
she
going on. He just looked back at her and didn't do shit. You know that? That's right after he stabbed her. Somebody could have fucking stopped that bleeding and saved her ass. You know that?
Yeah.
But no one did.
Nobody did shit. No first aid, no nothing.
Nope, not a thing.
Oh, yeah, that's the new thing now. They fucking say anybody that's light enough, they're white. That's why they're fucking trying to drop the numbers down. They still can't do it. He's wearing a purple suit and 20. What the fuck is going on there? These people are just fucked, man. If you're talking about the killer, he's wearing
was white,
purple because of
and
his
that really was
gang.
the
It's
most
purple and
obvious
black are their
observation.
colors.
You know, I don't necessarily blame people for having their brain instantly go there. I'm not going to sit here and lie
That
and
was a
say, "Oh, my
Charlotte
brain
Hornet
never
original
even went
colors.
there." No, obviously, watching the video initially, that's what it looked like. I personally didn't jump to that conclusion because, you know, we've been through this rodeo a million times. There's no need to jump the gun. Just let the facts come out, and usually it's kind of like an Occam's race.
Stupid. Now check this shit out. This is fucking our good old boy.
If you can't afford health care,
Mark, let me ask you a question. What's your take on whether we should be sending money to Ukraine or not? Were you in favor of that?
Man, they need it.
I mean, honestly, I don't have a good answer. You know,
Mark Cuban, the aging lesbian, the only one that was stupid enough not to get any money from Camel Toe Harris. Did you know that? Out of all the people that worked for her, he was the only one who didn't get money. What a fucking idiot.
I can make an argument both ways, and half my family is Ukrainian from my grandparents. And so, you know, personally, I think we should help. But I don't have a studied answer for you.
How much money have you sent to Ukraine?
None.
Oh, so what do you mean by we?
Bruh.
Yeah, what do you mean by
You're the
we?
one whose family's from Ukraine. Like, why don't you send them $1 billion?
Because I'm trying to fix healthcare.
Why don't you fix their healthcare if you're like so deep? If you think we need to help, why don't you start? How about you first?
What the fuck?
I notice that's never like even an option for anybody. It's like, we need to help. That's not what charity is. Forcing other people to help is not charity.
Here's the
it's
good
vanity.
news. The good.
Fucking bullshit. Yeah, in Ukraine, our tax dollars aren't paying for military aid only. Did you know that?
No.
We pay for their teachers. We're paying for their fucking first responders. We're paying for fucking some lady that does fucking textiles. Look at this. This is insane what the fuck's going on.
American taxpayers are financing more than just weapons. We discovered the US government's buying seeds and fertilizer for Ukrainian farmers.
Ukraine grows
and
all
covering
the
salaries of Ukraine's first responders.
wheat for fucking
all
Europe.
57,000 of them.
We pay for
Russia's invasion
57,000
shrank
first
Ukraine's
fucking
economy by about a third.
responders.
We were surprised to find that to keep it afloat, the US government is subsidizing small businesses. Like Tatiana Abramova's knitwear company.
We have to pay wage, salary to our employees. We have to work. Don't stop.
Why does that help Ukraine win the war?
Because economy is the foundation of everything.
What a fucking joke. The fuck? While our country burns, we're buying all their shit. Is that fucking retarded?
Mm-hmm.
This shit. This motherfucker says somebody celebrating might have shot their gun off next till he hit him.
That's some bullshit.
Matthew, I'm going to bring you in on this. Talk to me about the environment. The reports of exactly what happened are not confirmed yet. But talk to me about the environment in which a shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, I emphasize what you just emphasized. We don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about this. But following up on what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this.
Wait a minute, one of their guys celebrating that shot their gun off.
This sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hate
speech. He's saying reasonable shit. Get the fucking work. Don't fucking do a sex change. What the fuck, man? These people are just fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the body guy talks about what a piece of shit he is for saying that. And they keep saying he deserves to die. Pritzker keeps blaming Trump January the 6th. I mean, it's all bullshit. All right, here's the latest white news idiots. Then we're going to talk about Poland. I don't know if you heard about Poland.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you're going to love that.
She's always doing that thing where she's in a country for a week and suddenly she has their accent. She's so fake. Good evening. This is White Liberal News, and you can't spell defending human smugglers without smug. And now for our Religion of Peace tour, we go to Becca in. I'm pretty sure we see Big Ben in the background.
Thanks, Karen. I'm in London, and I know this hasn't historically qualified for our Religion of Peace tour, but come on. After they took so long with the ransom money last time, I deserve this.
Okay, Guvna, tell us how you're treated there. It's Europe, so no problems, I assume.
So easy. Only harassed 8 times. I give my number to every peaceful immigrant to avoid an assault, and I never leave the hotel at night.
That's great. Maybe you can do a stop in Minnesota next time and lose the fake accent.
I couldn't quite hear.
It's hard to keep up with an ever-changing belief system based on feelings. Who to support, who to hate. Well, now with just one insertion, you can know what to think. Maybe a cup of gel, insert this just once. Is segregation good or bad? Now you know, just sit and squeeze. Nanobots will deliver talking points to your brain in seconds.
Welcome back to White Liberal News, where we know good people insert their radical views into every conversation. Up next, we highlight the benefits of dating Pookie with Elsie. Elsie?
Karen, my name's Colette. I love your show. I watch it all the time while snacking.
There must be some issue. I thought we were going to Elsie.
Oh, Elsie came to the trailer, but then she got into it with one of my neighbors. I bet
So
I
we
can
ate
do the
her.
report in her place, Karen.
You know, who cares? Yeah, Colette is it. Tell us a little about yourself and some benefits of, quote, dating Pookie.
I'm what they call a snow bunny.
What?
Black men love women with more weight.
So Pookie doesn't adhere to strict limits of only dating women 280 or below. Well, what else would you say is a benefit?
Don't worry about the family unit, which is a Christian American concept, because Pookie has a different
You hear
view
the
of
smoke
family.
alarm?
Yeah.
I get DMs from
Sure.
women on the right side of history, and they all seem miserable. Any advice for women to be as happy as you seem?
Strong women should stop chasing unicorn, masculine, traditional white men who want liberal women. Tyrone doesn't even want us, and there's a huge difference.
I love the energy, Colette. I'm sure we will be seeing a lot of you in the future.
I can start tomorrow, assuming Elsie doesn't show up.
She's DD.
If being fat was such a good thing, then why do they try so hard to convince us it's a good thing? Up next, diversity is our strength panel with the prime minister or president or whatever they have up there.
America is the most dangerous place for my community. My initiative to bring more people from my country needs your money. Not all of us wish death on your country. Everyone knows if it's not all, then it's basically none, so no need to screen asylum seekers. American taxes will go to my country, which is already better than this country, to help my country become better.
Breaking news. Men are doing something somewhere without fixating on women. For more on this crisis, we go to Leticia Garcia.
Before we begin, we must pronounce my name correctly.
Look at this
Did you
shit.
say Leticia?
Cyberborg
Leticia.
in a
Please
wheelchair,
forgive
black
me.
lesbian.
I'm just so excited to have an Infinity Stones hire. This will help so much with funding.
And I am sure you have many questions.
I think she has all the things. She's almost too powerful. Okay, shut up. I'm trying to listen.
And why do you ban women from your event?
We always invite women, but none want to fight with primitive weapons or not use a phone for 48 hours.
And this is why it's important to change this to make women feel welcome.
I know I might get arrested for this, but I must say no.
Wow, we are regressing. These men are doing something no woman finds interesting, which is simply unfair to women who feel the need to insert themselves.
Soy una Latina orgullosa. Before my parents smuggled me into America, they were not warned how much I'd suffer as a woman who only makes a few million per year.
Thanks for the reporting, Leticia. But may I ask, which is the soul stone? I figured out the others.
I'm Afro-Colombian. Apparently, I cannot repeat what people have actually said due to censorship, but it's about souls, and it's clearly racist.
Thanks for joining us. Next time, we will show you how to fake being normal as the pendulum swings.
Yeah, you better. So they did Article 4 because Russian drones flew through their airspace and attacked the western Ukraine. And then they put all of our jets in the air that they got. Hey, Cthulhu! And shot them down, a bunch of them. And you know what Article 4 is, right? It's an incident. Article 5 is when everybody gets together and beats the shit out of them. So this is basically the warm-up. You see them all shooting over? And then here's Article 5. The parties agree that an armed attack against one or more in Europe or North America shall be considered an attack against all of them. They agree that such an act occurs, each of them exercise the right or individual to collectively self-defense. So that's World War III. They're talking about Article 5. We're at 4. These fuckheads. Whoever the fucking Russia said, yeah, let's fly him over Poland was retarded. You know that? Yeah, Poland hates fucking Russia and Germany and anybody else for what happened to them in the past. So that was stupid shit to fly them under their airspace. That's just asking for fucking trouble.
The North Atlantic Council met this morning and discussed the situation in light of Poland's request for
NATO chief Mark Rutte says Russia's actions are reckless and dangerous and retaliated their
allies expressed solidarity with Poland and
NATO's
denounced
foaming at the mouth
Russia's
for this
reckless
shit.
behavior. A full assessment
Russia ain't the U.S.
of the incident
anymore,
is
you know that?
ongoing. What is clear is that the violation
They all
last night
jump
is
right now
not
in Russia.
an
Russia
isolated
would be
incident.
fucked. Even if they are retards, you know that? It's fucking sickening. We'll save that for Saturday. We'll do this one. I guess he just sits around all day and says stupid shit.
On January 6,
Obama.
2021, a violent mob incited by Donald Trump
Oh, look, Eric Swalwell, herpes
viciously
mouth, dyed his
attacked
hair
the
dark.
Capitol as part of an effort to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election and halt the peaceful transfer of power for the first time in American history.
That's 100% a lie.
Oh, yeah, Trump's a bad guy. I mean, he just told everybody to go there and burn the White House down.
Donald Trump
European
and
union's a
House
joke.
Republicans are now determined to whitewash that day that will always live in infamy. House Democrats will not let it happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
Who cares about fucking January 6th? Do you? Do you believe they're bullshit about it?
No.
Nobody does, except for these fucking retards. They're going to waste more of our tax money on this bullshit. The next one's about this guy who got kidnapped by his girlfriend and her two boyfriends. So there was like four guys and her living together and 4 dogs. It's pretty disturbing. We'll show that on Saturday. But we're going to move over to this. Boom, boom, boom. You're going to love this.
You just fucked my country.
Oh yeah, there is a political reasons, but they do have true believers. The sheeple and their fucking idiots, they're true believers. Very trying these days, Eric, man. Oh yeah, that didn't happen there. Them people were let in by the cops, walked through the velvet ropes, and the people that were acting out, that was all Antifa and fucks dressed up to act like fucking MAGA. And that was all set up by Nancy Pelosi and her ilk. But check this fucking guy out. This shit is raw. We need more people like him.
You just fucked my country. I thought you had my kids ready. Hands off me. Let's go, man.
Y'all got mad.
I want to touch you.
Go back the way you came from,
You
man.
give me a laugh because I fucking come in.
London, mate. London.
Of course.
Fucking London. Anglo-Saxon English.
Fuck the London.
So fuck off back to where you came from. You have no business here with a mosque. No, you don't. Fuck off. Don't touch me, Apple. I'll break you in the street right now. Don't touch me.
You see me? Everyone is father, yeah?
Go back to where you came from, sunshine. You have no business in this country. And you have no business here. Go away. Go back to where you worthless. You're a coward. You wear a mask.
No, I don't wear them.
You have no business here. Take your mask off, you wanker.
That's not very nice,
Take your mask off, you wanker.
Take your mask off.
Take your
fucking mask off. Take your fucking mask. Racist, mate. Racist. What do you fucking think? Oh, this is bullshit.
Now fuck off back to where you came from before they set the old bill on you. Because I'm just Jack. They'll sort you out. Go back to where you came from, son. You have no business here.
How you can know?
Go away.
If you don't fucking know me, mate.
By the way,
I'm
mate,
taking 15
I'm
years.
driving now, so you better leave, mate.
15 years, and you cannot say me nothing.
I'm not
what
your
you can
mate.
say?
I'm not
That's
your
why
mate.
You have got Trump.
Get out of here, you fucking wanker.
Thank you.
Hey, buddy, all the police have left from behind you, mate.
And look, 1,000 people Who is the wake up? Who is the fucking wake up? Who is the fucking wake up?
Have a swing, man.
Who is the wake up? Who? You just fucking.
That's the worst London accent I've ever heard, mate.
Who you think you are? He's a racist. Whoa.
I'm English.
Yeah, you know, you're racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just attacked me and said who I fucking am. And I must fuck off to my country.
You'd be lying on the floor bleeding
fuck
like
off,
a fucking
mate. I'm
just an English
shit. What you think who you are now?
I'm happy to be
And
alive.
then people, yeah, you are wanker. And fuck you are.
Take your hands off me.
Everyone got you.
We'll be fine.
Fuck you.
Take your hands off me.
You want to fight me? Just come on.
Take your
Because of what? You just fuck my country. Put my hands on you. I touch you on my hands.
Take your hands off me.
That was radical, wasn't it? Hey, Oz, I heard the other day that you like fucking Dune like I do. This is fucking so true. The greatest want in the world is the want of men that will stand through the right through the heavens, though the heavens fall. You gotta stand for what's right, even when everybody around you is in the wrong. And look at what this prick gaslighting Newsom did. Look at this fuckhead. Fucking, I got them all, Oz. All in hardback, first edition. Fucking, and the pre-sequels are fucking as good, if not better, as the first books, I think. Oh, fuck yeah. This shit was fucking insane. I got the dictionary. I got all that shit. Then this shit, see, these motherfuckers won't admit it, but they started it all when they started saying this shit against the Supreme Court.
You have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
Schumer can't even wipe his own ass.
You won't know what hit you. You have released the whirlwind.
Yeah, we know what hit
and
you. You can't grill hamburgers. You're married to a dude, and your daughter's a lesbian. You're a fucking loser. You
have
fuck.
released the
That means your bloodline's done. I don't even know where the fuck he even got a fucking daughter. You know that?
Or even two of them.
Fucking must have adopted them. So every Democratic Party leader down to the members of its precincts committee should be arrested and tried for material support for terrorism and seditious conspiracy. And every Democratic Party leader, everybody's saying this. It's time for these motherfuckers to go. We're stupid for putting up with it. You're my boy, but I respectfully disagree. Everybody needs to watch this because it could have been you. It could have been me. Could have been any one of us exercising our First Amendment. You all need to know what our enemy want. They want this for all of us. They want our children growing up with dead fathers and raped mothers. All this shank and word games and moral posturing and logistic faggotry, this is what lies behind it, bloodlust. This is Sam Hyde talking about the quarterling, that weepy-eyed, grifting, loser piece of shit, fuckwit, fat loser is begging for you. Don't watch the fucking close-up video of Charlie Kirk. Pray for his family instead. If you can't face this shit, then you can't face what's going on. You know that?
I mean, your typical pediatrician and ID doctor, infectious disease doctor, when I depose them about vaccines, they know nothing. It doesn't mean they're bad. They just don't know. And at the end of the day, you know, I know that they're taught that there's this incredible body of science that underpins the safety of vaccines. I could tell you as somebody who has to litigate these products, that is just a slogan. Okay? It is not true. And the fact that there are so many doctors who agree that that's true is of no moment. The fact that medical organizations say it is of no moment. The only thing that matters is what the evidence itself actually shows. And you can crowdsource as many clinical trials as you want from around the world randomly, haphazardly on some Excel file list on the internet.
That doesn't make it a fact.
What
Doesn't
the
make it
actual
science.
clinical trials were that
These
were
people
relied
are
upon
all
to license
criminals,
each
you
child
know that?
vaccine. And when you look at each as we have done, as we need to do for our work, they are disturbing.
Yeah.
They do
They're all
not
being caught.
affirm the safety of these products. There is not a single routine injected childhood vaccine that was licensed based on a trial that affirmed its
They
safety.
stopped doing the trials. You want to know why? Because people were fucking dying. That's a fucking fact. You know that? These
Oh, really?
fucking monsters. And now these fuckheads, these leftist pieces of shit, are all celebrating that Charlie got shot.
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
These people are absolutely despicable. Remember, this is the same side that's telling you they're about doing the right thing and about being virtuous and about supporting people and about doing the right thing. These people are disgusting. They're not saying, hey, praying for him, hope he recovers. No, they're cheering the fact that a man was out speaking to a crowd in public, got shot in the neck, and blood was spurting out of his neck like it was a water hose. And they're cheering it on. These people are disgusting. It hasn't even been 2 hours. Absolutely disgusting. I have some more things I want to say, but I want to wait to get confirmation on who the shooter was so we learn more about their intentions and why they did what they did. But these people saying these things, disgusting. Now, don't forget, it's interesting because the same thing almost happened to Donald Trump.
Fucking, when I first heard about it, I heard that it was in Philadelphia where it happened. Could you imagine it was the same place?
You're crazy.
Yeah, here's that other angle. But we can't show this on YouTube because they'd fucking lose their fucking minds. So I just dropped the link for Rumble, and you can go over to Rumble, and I'm going to like show a couple other things, and then I'll show this because this is fucking insane. You got to see this, Mossy. But I guess I'll play the end song, and then we'll go into that. All right, let me do this.
All right.
Where did I have that? All right, here we go.
Dangerous turn in a one and only exclusive. A woman tells us she's lucky to be alive after her date hits her with his car.
Yeah, but before he drove off, he kept asking her about her feet. A Local 10's Rosh Lowe joining us live in Aventura with a breakdown for us.
Strange, bizarre, and certainly something didn't smell right here. We've all heard horror stories about online dating, but this suspect, well, he didn't pass the smell test.
This guy asked to smell your feet?
Yes, he did.
What did he say?
Well, initially we had met up because I was going to sell him my sneakers.
She knew something didn't smell right when she met this guy, Almansi Sersel, at an Aventura hotel.
When I got there, he just wanted to sniff my feet, and I didn't feel comfortable with that.
I have to stop you there. What do you say when someone says, I want to sniff your feet?
No. No, I mean, you could have my sneakers all you want. I mean, I don't care. I'm not wearing them. And, you know, they're just stinky old sneakers. But people like weird things.
Then things got downright scary. She says the suspect runs out of the room. She thinks with her sneakers.
I ran after him, and I met him down in the parking garage.
She says he ran her over with his car.
He did a 3-point turn and actually hit me with a car, ran me over.
He ran you over?
He ran me over, and by the grace of God, I'm still standing today.
She shows us the injuries.
I've met a lot of people who have foot fetishes, obviously, and nobody has ever done anything to this caliber.
She says she's lucky to be alive.
You're charged with aggravated battery.
He's a flexible
felony.
hooker. In his arrest report, after a review of the defendant's background, he's been the subject in other incidents involving the same modus operandi.
We've covered a lot of bizarre cases. I've covered a lot of bizarre cases in my day. This is up there.
It's pretty bizarre. It was extremely bizarre for me too. I've never experienced anything like this before.
So the victim is still frightened, and she says, look, I was truly fortunate to be alive. I was run over with a car. She tells us there is surveillance video. We're hoping to get that video sometime this week.
Oh, I can't wait. We'll get
In
that.
Aventura, I'm Rosh Lowe, Local 10 News.
Sunshine, blue skies, please go away. God found another and gone away. With her, with my future, my life is filled with gloom. So day after day, I stayed locked up in my room. She said, bye. I wrote to you. The night sounds strange, but I wish it wouldn't rain. I need a rain to the sky, the tears in my eyes. I need a rain, cold so badly, I won't go outside. But everyone knows that a man ain't supposed to cry. Listen, I've gotten to cry. Oh yeah. I gotta cry, was crying. Oh, is it the pain? Oh, yeah. She said, people this pain I feel inside. Words can never explain. I just wish it wouldn't rain.
Amen, Jack.
Oh, let it rain.
Tim Jack.
Tears fade, pressed against the window pane. My eyes search the skies, desperately for rain. Oh, let it rain. Rain down behind my tears up, and no one will ever know that I'm crying, crying when I go outside. She said, to the world outside my tears. I refuse to explain, but I wish it wouldn't rain. I need a rain to the sky, the tears in my eyes. Oh,